Buonasera tutti. Good evening and welcome to Fate's Grip, episode 16, Bound. Welcome, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Very, very cool and kind of you. We are missing, unfortunately, Sheldon this evening.
Wait, he's not here?
What?
Oh,
Oh,
that's the
nobody's right
effigy.
there.
Sorry.
Clapped it. Oh,
You can't see him. It's the microphone.
Oh, no, he's in the chat. He's here.
Oh, my God. She's in the chat. Oh, fantastic.
That's fair, Sheldon. At least it wasn't a kebab this time.
You could have just mimed.
Oh, yeah. Damn it. Missed opportunity. Anywho, we've got some shout-outs. Firstly, as usual, we are on all the socials. We are on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, your Spotify podcasts there as well. I tend to as quickly as I can, upload these
I tend
things
to have hope.
to the socials as soon as we are done with our evening. So feel free to go onto those socials and YouTube and have a look at us after the session. If you missed this one. Shout out as well to these people, Starcrawl RPG, John Lloyd Steph, Strawberry298, Nizomi_Tojo, and Max Strange Payne, and Albi1975 for the follows over the last 3 days. Essentially, when we were at our at our supernova, which we'll shout out shortly.
I'm going to shut up.
And Talera for the sub on Saturday as well.
Thanks, Tammy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tammy.
Appreciate it. Excellent. Well, did you want to shout out what we did on the weekend?
Yes, I do. Hey, did you not just say?
Oh, I mean, I touched on it.
Oh, yeah, over the weekend.
He wants you to touch it more.
What the fuck?
Touch on it more.
It's going to be a long night.
Yeah,
It really is. Hey, on Saturday
It didn't make it sound any better.
Yeah, no. On Saturday, we got to be on the gaming stage at Supernova at 1:30. It was a lot of fun. There was not an empty seat, so thank you for showing up and hanging out with us while you chose what happened in the session and hopefully derailed everything that we ever have.
Yeah, I saw people sitting down after the chairs were all used up as well. So
Yeah,
that
sitting on
was
the floor
awesome.
and
Sitting on the
stuff.
floors, standing aside. So that was awesome.
Very strange.
There are some people I'd also want to thank just for the lovely prizes that you were happy to give us for some of these choices that the audience made. So Chronicle RPG dice and accessories. Well, thank you so much for being super accommodating in the very quickness that I was racing up to you, really needing something. Starlight Stitches for the custom made massive dice bag as well. So thank you. That's awesome. And as usual, Mithril Foundry, thank you so much. Raven Ridge Emporium, thank you again very much. It was lovely to see you there.
I love those guys.
And you're very
Very lovely humans.
very quick and accommodating to write down the prize on a little piece of paper with you as something unique. So hopefully the prize winners did end up at your booths to redeem their prizes. But yeah, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Hey, this weekend on Sunday, I get to take a part in this really cool thing. It's called Starweaver. It is for a Kickstarter for Alan K. Graham. So I am playing in an RPG that I have never heard of before. It's called Die RPG. It sounds real cool. It's basically like a group of mundane adults see each other and they go into some sort of fantasy world and have to deal with their problems. So it sounds
Sounds like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Sounds like
That's a
going to
really
work every
terrible
day.
explanation. Absolutely terrible explanation of that. But yeah, no, it is. It sounds cool. I'm going to be there. You can come help fund the Kickstarter. It'll be great.
Bam, bam.
Fantastic.
Also playing with literally people I don't know. I've never been in a one shot in a very long time since the first ever Jasper's Game Week where I don't know anyone.
Nice.
Oh no, Sean Sunday. I lied. Sorry.
The one other thing I'll mention as well as another shout out is please get onto our Fourth Wall website where you can get your hands on some Fates Grip apparel and other awesome stuff. It has some really cool, thank you very much for that, merch. Get into our merch and enjoy.
Yeah, one day we'll make a shirt that has something with you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeannie, welcome for your second stream.
A genie shirt.
And
It's not,
It's just a,
why not Genie
it's a
jeans?
genie.
Some jeans.
Oh, Genie's jeans.
Genie.
Jeansy.
No, that sounds like
A
Barnsley.
genie.
Yeah, they're like real tight rock and roll pants.
There is
Yeah.
denim options.
Jeansy.
available.
Bottle.
Yeah, there you go.
nice.
Just
Just a bottle.
A genie bottle.
Put my
Yeah.
face in it.
Oh, that's cute, actually.
Lovely.
It's just genie like this.
My mum made me socks with my face on it once.
Yes.
Oh,
It was not good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
You were wearing
interesting.
socks with your own face on them.
I have not ever worn them to be honest.
Oh, okay. Nice. So took one look at
I've
them
got
and
them.
Seems like a
burned them.
opportunity.
Very nice.
I feel bad for throwing them out. I haven't thrown them out, that's why I feel bad. Anyway, moving on.
yeah. What?
I hope you're not watching this, Mum.
Yeah.
She won't.
Hey, you talking about her mum or your mum?
Yeah, my mum too.
Mm.
No, I don't know. I love you, Mum.
Hey, look, Mum, I made it.
Oh, golly.
Amazing.
Proud.
Scobby.
All right. Well, any other shout outs you'd like to have, make, do? Fantastic. Well, we can go in. Yes.
ardent roleplay.
Hey, lovely. Go for it.
Augment your reality with these dope cards. You should know about them by now. We do. Ardent roleplay.
Just
Phase
get
group at
through it.
checkout for
3%
discounts on your subscription.
Very good. Thank you very much, Alan.
That was nice.
Thank you
that
very
was
much.
the most
To the
professional
point.
shout out all night.
Yeah.
My brain
Kinda
was
felt a
saying
little bit
shout out to
half-assed.
Scobby.
Shout out to Scobby.
Shout out, yeah, you know who you are, Scobby.
Scobby Doo.
I don't know what is
Where are
going
you?
on.
It was just a number plate on the highway. That's all it was.
Oh,
It just said
yes.
Scobby.
I
And
thought
it
it
had
was double
Scooby
O.
Doo in the back.
I thought it
No,
was double
it's
O.
double B or double 8.
Yeah, it's spelled Scooby, but they spelled it Scobby.
What a
Yeah.
shame.
I
And
really
also,
wanted to
yeah,
tell
they
him about
didn't
it.
use B's. They used eights.
Eights.
So it was
Maybe
actually
it's
Sco
house
Sco
elf
8.
that solves crimes,
No, why?
mysteries.
Mm.
If a house
The
elf called
mystery house.
Scobby shows up,
Hmm.
I'm gonna flip the table.
Help.
Who was the one from Harry Potter?
Dobby.
Dobby and Scobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, there was a Scooby Doo plushie.
Maybe Scobby's Dobby's older, cooler brother that got close.
That's a dog.
That's a dog.
That's a dog elf.
Oh yeah, it's like if a shifter had a baby with an elf.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't know.
We're
my
writing our own
backstory.
stories right now.
Yeah, I don't.
Goodness me.
Anyway.
Look at the old
play that
DMs in
campaign.
your own right. Yeah. Look at your old DMs.
All right.
Love it.
Let's do Scooby Doo.
Okay, so let's do some recapping, and we'll try and do this. Try and do this. It's good. So
We will certainly try.
certainly give it a go. So as we left off 3 days ago, and also last week, your journey over Karnath and the Nightwood took a sudden turn as you were waylaid by orcs on their own airships, slamming into the Cloud's fury. They leapt on board, but their intentions, though rough, were in fact of peace, as they simply needed their prophecy of their home destroyed to be proved.
Peace.
You met Annalise, a druid of the Protector,
Hi.
and together decided to journey to Korth, leaving the orcs with a massive task to upend their home and leave, for the great wildfire told by Annalise and Lila was coming. So,
We also started an essential oils business.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember.
Went through a door, fell down some stairs.
so
Yeah.
that was
Got
last
pushed
week. The three, then post orc invasion, you did indeed enter a shop that was called the Shop of Time, and with a shopkeeper called Leah, you were able to help this this
Help.
place this place of barter uncover a person who was threatening to, or had been threatened to, steal the shop from under Leah's nose. You found said person using a special wand that found this thief, would-be thief, a royal of Korth, apparently. But before you could truly save the shop, you had been saved, and the shop had exploded, sending you back onto the Cloud's Fury. The shop's... the outcome of the state of the shop unknown, for the massive double doors had disappeared in front of the airship before you. This high-ranking member of Korth also disappearing, and Leah promising gifts for you should you find her again. Though before she had left, you had discovered that the shop itself was hidden, well hidden, because it was outside of the law. So, you are now resting. The events just prior, a day passed.
So can we long rest?
You have made a long rest, so feel free to do that in your character sheets.
Long rest button. Oh, amazing. Yeah, hit confirm.
You find yourselves...
6 points back.
Hmm.
Did I do it?
Yeah.
You find yourselves healed, healthy, no longer hurt, but for the memories of the day before. You have...
Just memories of sadness.
You're wandering the ship. The Cloud's Fury has righted itself. The mages of House Lyranda towards the top of the ship, in control again of the air elementals that were in distress when the orcs had attacked. But thankfully, the airship continues. Though it has dipped, it has lowered itself beneath the cloud cover now under the order of Captain Winnemed, the Warforged, so that it can more easily discover any incursions aboard its vessel, easier than before. And now you do get to see, on this morning, just a forest of green, an expanse of trees, and a horizon on every side. The clouds have thinned to the point where you see blue and the sun. And you gaze over the ship, its safety nets beyond, and you do relax a little as you notice that the dwarves are a fair bit more armed now, watching as the orders of Captain Winnemed had decreed, and its beauty below of the nature that's before you hits your gaze. You have this beautiful smell of pine and oak, even from this height, reach you. It's just so packed, this nature below. You hear the distant sounds of howling. You see birds flutter past. You even see what you think is a great eagle, a massive form of wings and talon in the distance as it veers off. The airship itself gliding silently, almost unnervingly, as you continue your way forward. So, in this morning of peace and tranquility, what would you like to do?
What time of the morning is it? It's like early morning?
No, it's coming up to lunchtime, in fact, 10:30, 11 o'clock by the sun. And during this time as well, the last stages of the repairs of the Cloud's Fury has now completed. You can see the dwarves have very quickly, with the help of Lila, have hastened the repairs, and the front of the ship and the hull have now been completely fixed.
How many more days out are we from Korth?
You're now still about a week away with the with the incursion of the orcs that has waylaid you somewhat.
Did Captain Whittemed, he didn't say we'd be making a stop anyway, did he? As
He
far as I
didn't,
know? So
no.
we're just going directly there.
That is the intention.
Yeah, okay.
Am I correct in understanding that someone did offer us faster way to travel? Was that in the shop? Or am I imagining that? Or fantasizing?
There were items in the shop that did offer a very quick travel,
The shop that we
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah.
but there wasn't a promise of traveling further or quickly. No, more quickly than the ship.
Fab. Never mind.
And the events of happened just a day or so ago.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, if it's getting towards lunchtime, I'd probably head out to wherever the mess hall is to get something to eat, and maybe just wait a little moment for any companions that might come past.
Sure.
I'll pull out my books and start rereading.
Okay.
The Book of Night, was it, from Maury?
Yep.
Return back to studying that.
Sure.
And just in my downtime while I wait for anybody else who's
Okay.
coming back.
Sure.
What comes my way?
What would everyone else like to do while you see Locke make himself comfortable on the main deck? And as you wait, you do see there's no mess hall per se. Everything's you eat outdoors, and you see automatically as people you smell food start to be prepared. You start to see little hors d'oeuvres start to be on small trays from these dwarf guards start to be dispersed.
I actually hate that. It'd be windy up there, right?
No, in fact, it's quite silent in comparison.
Floating around all over the place.
You gather, and this has happened over the last few days. You gather that the
Love that everyone's just going through that.
that the air
Just start
element
doing it for no reason.
that House Lyranda, as mages of weather control, are dispersing the wind. Welcome, Claire.
Except from Ivor.
He's shitting out the window.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. Campaign.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, I'll just be waiting out there for anyone. If no one does come past specifically, I'll be looking for anything insightful to the past events that we had. I might write up a letter as well.
Okay, sure. As you go into your quill and ink and you observe the rest of the crew and what they're doing, you see Captain Winnemed is on the main deck, not really ordering anyone around, but you do see, hey, the Coastal Conclave, welcome. You do see the captain very aware, very astute, much more rolling up his sleeves, doing a lot of observing, carrying around a lot of these trays. He's a lot more visible now than he was. And you figure that as a captain of the ship, he's trying to build confidence up again.
How many days has it been since the orc attack?
It's only been now only a day and a half or so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, correct.
If I catch his eyes, I'll just nod in respect to him.
Yeah, perfect. He does catch your eye. He does ask. He does come up to you and say, "Would it be possible if I sat and, unless you are busy with something?"
If you wish, and if there's a chair there, I'll kick it outwards.
Okay, understood.
From underneath it.
Like push it out. My foot.
Not like a
Not like, oh, not this chair.
Hit the deck, motherfucker.
He does move his cape that he wears on his back and sits quite comfortably. And you all see that's occurred. He's silent for a time, and in that time,
Does
what
the
would
cape get in the way?
No, he does not.
Truly?
You should wear one. It invokes a sense of authority.
Captaincy?
No. Just an air of authority, an air of confidence.
Do you think the men look up to you for wearing a cape?
No, I think I just have
Just-
it.
just-
I do it on my
I
own.
don't mean to tease.
Not at all. I think I do it for my own.
Never understood adventurers wearing capes.
I wouldn't call myself an adventurer, but I would just be.
It's not an accessory I would choose.
Each to their own.
Does it use it for sleeping though too? Yeah.
Sleeping.
Is that I'm to understand? That's what the cape is used for.
I wear the cape because I want to feel more confident in my position.
You look confident already. Have you tried not wearing the cape and being confident?
Many a day it's been unsuccessful.
Well, that's a shame. You did a good job over the last few days.
I thank you.
What the fuck?
What's each of you doing while this conversation is occurring?
As someone that hasn't actually had too much downtime in probably a long time, I am quite likely just sitting somewhere comfortable, watching time pass. And if it's early morning or morning, I would be absolutely indulging in a nice feed,
All right.
like a shot of Fireball at 10 a.m.
Nice.
That
I will
sounds
be
pleasant,
witnessing
actually.
this, but not doing a show.
Just watching me eat.
Yeah.
Just like,
Just like, Hi.
someone's watching me.
Nice. Okay. As you
So
observe and stare and eat and
Do
drink,
I? No.
what would you like to do, Annalise or Rin?
No, you go first. I'm new here. You go first.
I guess Rin would just be taking in particularly the smells of the pine and whatnots, being that he's not been in that environment for quite a while. I guess it'd be reminding him of the Eldine Reaches, and he'd be thinking about that letter. I guess pondering the contents of it, the name Aliphic, and I guess more importantly, or probably more likely for him to have any form of knowledge about it, I'd be thinking about a powerful family. If he'd overheard anything like that, I would assume the couple of representatives that go to the Greenhold or something like that, the main city.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it wouldn't seem familiar from the village, so yeah. I don't know if there's anything I can roll for that, or if it's just
So just to clarify, you're wanting to know a bit more about the person who you were trying to, the person in the shop.
no. So the letter that
Cheers.
I nicked back in the day.
Sorry, yes. So that was read out to you. That was read out to you.
I can't imagine I would have any way of having a connection to Aliphic, the name Aliphic, but
Got it.
mentioned a powerful family
Yes.
that this person would have, I guess, placed themselves amongst. So
Sure.
while I'm looking at smelling all the forest and whatnot, reminding him of the Eldine Reaches, yeah, I'd be contemplating if there's any way for me to recall a powerful family of that area.
Make yourself a history check.
Somehow, possibly okay. 18.
Yeah, nice.
Hey, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but we've hit 800 followers.
Yes,
on
that,
the-
that was.
Pretty
Thank you.
excellent.
That's amazing.
So
that
thank
was
you to
from
whoever.
So much hard work for that.
that was Claire. That was Claire
I've been
Gaming.
grinding for that last
Yeah,
follower.
and just because you know, if you aren't familiar with Dungeons and Dragons and this is your first time here, we are an actual play Dungeons and Dragons campaign, basically exploring a world of Eberron, a fantasy universe. Yay! And yeah, we're just kind of trying to not die a lot of the time. If you don't know what D&D is, look it up.
You're
It's
very
fun.
kind, the time doctor, and we will all dance for D because of the 800
I'm so
followers.
sore. My neck is so sore from last night.
kind of feel like I've got too much room on this side, so I've got to make it wide.
Oh my god, too wide. Don't punch the camera.
That was beautiful, though. Nice. Nicely done.
Cute.
The wingspan of an Andean condor.
Blink twice if I'm being held hostage by Michele. You'll have to pay attention and see if you can catch my blinking patterns.
Now 180p cameras.
Just blink constantly.
Thank you so much for the follows, everyone.
No, I don't like that either.
Okay.
Hey, hold on. I've already done a shoey. Settle down, D20.
So,
There's no dragons
As you think back,
1,000 we all do a show.
1,000 followers.
We'll confirm that later. Not
Yeah,
now. Not
1,000
now.
followers and we all do a shoey. That's a great idea.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Can we buy a new shoe for it though?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, there's even numbers here now. We could share a set of shoes.
Ew.
Clean
Oh,
shoes.
you mean one shoe?
Clean
I got
shoes.
you.
Yeah. Maths.
Yeah, okay. That's 200 followers away. That's achievable.
We can do it.
Yeah.
That's the
we
conversation
go.
I'm having with Captain Widdermid. Have
Okay.
you ever done a shoe?
as you think back to these names, Alifik does ring a bell to you. Now that you've thought about it for some time, he is not the high-ranking member of House Boromar that you he did mention a couple of times, and you recognize the name being mentioned to him and what he looks like as well, and him mentioning that he's from House Boromar, and you recall an older gentleman, maybe in his late 50s, with just past shoulder length hair, not well kept, a couple of missing teeth, an eye patch, a scar along his lips, directly in the middle, in the center, between both. You recall an ear that wasn't there. He only has one ear as well, on the other side. So missing an ear on his right, missing his left eye. Definitely cunning in his acts and his speech, though very eloquent in his when he speaks. And you recall him being sent to, well, a conversation being had about him being sent to Korth, but this was some time ago. But you do recognize that name, and you recognize a task that was been asked of him to go to Korth. For what purposes, you were then out of earshot to understand.
He eloquent.
Human, dwarf?
Human. Yeah, correct.
Cool.
As you...
That's, yeah, I'd just be hanging out, take it in the nature until something happens.
Alrighty. Annalise.
What am I doing?
Aside from watching me
Yeah, I'm just honestly probably would be kind of hovering around Kaylani, just trying not to look too obvious, like have a little nibble on some food, but like just chilling, just hanging out, just hovering,
Okay.
shooting you daggers for knocking me over
Me?
the stairs. Yeah.
Are you guys on the deck as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I feel those daggers?
You're looking around and you
Little
see
daggers.
Annalise staring off at you with a bit of a furrowed brow. Yes.
Oh gosh. That was like, if it's in the vicinity, I'm like, Captain Widdermid, do you mind just like shuffling this way?
He gives you
Just
a
to block my peripherals a little bit.
curious look, but he does shuffle, and it then blocks your view.
And I'll squint at him. Not to squint at him, but to see if I can see Annalise. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Stay there.
All right.
Does your family think you know you're off just adventuring currently?
Very cunning looking.
Probably. I guess.
Okay.
Well, they know I'm not home.
That is a good point that I did not consider. Are you hungry? What are you doing?
I'm just hanging out. Just kind of boring
Okay.
here. I guess that I don't really, there's not a lot of people in my room.
You can you can sit.
Probably a good thing.
You don't have to scurry around.
I know.
Okay, great. This is mildly unsettling. Fuck!
You do hear Kaylani shout.
Oh, I hear,
your
but I
name.
pretend I don't.
Nice.
I'll look up and I'll stand up because Captain Whittam is blocking my view now.
Yep.
What? Are you like on the opposite side of the?
You're all towards the middle of the ship, though the ship is
Yeah, I've just screamed at you
quite
for
long.
this far away.
You're all about 40 feet away from each other, respectively. You're in the very middle. You're towards the back. You're a little bit towards the front of the ship. Those still.
Where's Ivor?
I was not.
He's shooting out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
there.
got his ass
He's
hanging out the
with.
window.
He's got to really watch his gut health.
Yeah.
You're not doing well.
We'll go over to the side of the ship. Can we see his butt?
Can we roll it?
Just like a peach hanging
Roll
out.
for it.
He's been eating rats.
The ship is a bit concave as it bends downward with so it's not going to you're not going to see it, unfortunately. Thank you very much for that.
Yes.
Hydrate. Hello,
Thank you.
fugitive. Yes, so I can't really notice the butt.
He's having a bad
The
time.
butt.
A little slither of brown.
Gross.
Yuck. Ugh.
Which-
Now I mean,
Ice cream.
now that we're all kind of here, we should probably.
Speak up! I can't hear you. 40 feet away.
Where's Ren?
Ren.
I was also standing right there.
Why are you all yelling?
Aren't you 40 feet away as well?
I don't know.
In separate directions.
Hey, I'll get there in 6 seconds. What?
Well, you're right next to me now, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. What do you want with him? Can you come sit over here?
You come sit over here.
I'm with the captain.
Well, he can captain his ship.
Captain Winterman says, "I take that as an insult, but I can.
No,
If
you're
you-
the
if
captain.
you
You
need-
choose where you wish to sit.
If you need me to take my leave because you need to discuss things among your companions, I'm more than happy to."
You're more than welcome to say. I do have a question for you, actually. But let me just sort this out.
I will stay where I am then.
Annalise,
Yeah.
why don't you both move over here?
Do you want to move over there? Or do you want to stay here?
I kind of want to be stubborn now.
Okay. No.
Oh, man. Go convince the girls to come over here.
Hey, why don't you just go over there?
You're trying to persuade me?
Beat a 17, otherwise you have to do it.
How does this work? No.
If it was persuasion, no. If you're trying to cast a spell, don't roll dice.
I don't know, Locke's being very stubborn for some reason.
Yeah, it's quite strange.
I've got everything set up on the table. I'm writing.
Okay, well, I have a plate of food that's
can't-
also set up.
And then I'll just shuffle everything up.
I'll just go stand halfway in between both groups. I'm not picking sides.
Captain Whittam, and I'll bow. I'll have to catch up with you after. I wanted to ask you about your maps and your cabin.
I'm more than happy to oblige.
Later then?
Yes.
We've got a whole week. And
Literally a whole week.
I'll be carrying a whole bunch of scrolls and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
underneath my arms over to you with my plate of food.
There's enough room at the table for all of you to sit and eat. Are you setting yourself up?
Yeah.
All right. As you set down the plate and you have those other goods with you, Rin, are you joining?
He's like, now they're all together. I'm just gonna stand.
Yeah. No, let's just have a normal day. I don't
Oh, I'm
want to.
fine. I just didn't want
What
to.
is a normal day for you?
Well, I don't know, like not flying orcs or dead people.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Maybe one day where we're just like heading where we're going.
No, but like before all of this, what was a normal day for you?
Like how far before?
Before you jumped into an endless corridor and walked for hours to appear inside a tavern.
Yeah, what was with Ivor covering? He's trying to really cover that up. I don't know why he was being so
Yeah, I don't know.
dismissive of it.
We already kind of had that conversation.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I also think it's very hard to try and convince someone that they didn't just appear out of thin air when they so clearly did?
I don't know. I think he's worried about like the guards.
I don't think
Thanks,
anybody
Fred.
here will be upset. But sorry, I interrupted Kalani's question.
So, like, before all of that, what was a normal day for you?
No, like back in John. Yeah, I'll kind of talk to you about that at Lila's place. Like, before I met those people who would pay me to like put stuff in other people's pockets and whatnot, I guess I'd get up from whatever shop front I was sleeping in front of, and I'd go to the market district, and I got pretty good at it by the end, like just walking through, and I knew everyone's patterns, and I'd just get myself some breakfast. Then I would go and see if the Boromar people had any jobs for me. And then I'd go do those jobs, and I'd take the money, and I'd go back to their gambling hall. And then I'd, most of the time, lose the money. And that was a day.
Right. Sounds like fun.
No, I mean, it's got to be by.
Have you... Can I ask, do you... And I don't mean this disrespectfully. Do you have any other clothes?
No. This is all I own.
Perhaps when we stop off in Korth, we should get you some better attire.
What's wrong with it?
Well,
Are you cold?
yes, it has
At
holes
night?
in it.
No, I got like fur.
Okay.
I mean, if you're comfortable in it, I wouldn't want to tell you what to wear, but
I don't know.
how long have you been in those clothes for?
Where are all your clothes?
Yeah, no, they're in my backpack.
Have you been wearing different shit?
No, but my clothes don't have holes in them.
Well, then how do your arms and legs get out of them?
Ha ha! Well done. And Captain Wintermid approaches.
Holes in the appropriate places are different to torn holes.
I don't know. Maybe we could look at that.
Maybe it's for like airflow.
You do run really fast, actually. You covered 40 feet in 6 seconds.
Yeah, I was just walking.
Yeah. I can't do that.
I reckon about now, with all the training I've been doing, I reckon I could get about 150 feet in 6 seconds.
I think you two should race.
Hmm?
You two should race.
Yeah, 0 to 150 in 6.
Well, maybe you two should have another rematch at some point.
Yeah, we will need to settle that. It's a tie at the moment.
Just once my knee and my stomach stops hurting from smacking the stairs with my body.
I didn't mean that to happen. The ground was just another obstacle for you to...
Right.
And your elbow just happens to.
Oh, it's a bit clunky. And I like gestures in my full plate mouth. I didn't mean to do it. It was quite tiny stairs.
It's okay. It's all right.
Hey, if you're
Plotting my.
Yeah, it's like it's all right. I'm gonna get you back. Whereas it's actually all right.
Hey, if you're a druid, a lot of the ones that I knew, they used to be able to like change into animals and stuff. Can you do that?
Not yet. No. One day I will, but yeah, not yet. I can't do it yet. I need more training for that one. So.
That'd be kind of cool.
But you can change into things, right? Did you say?
No, not really.
Okay.
Kind of.
No, he said he's a ship
Did you?
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my people, they get a little bit more like beastie.
Oh, so you don't shift into like a human form.
A what?
What? What can you shift into?
Like bee, but with like a slightly more protruded mouth.
I don't know why, but I thought you said Bieber for a second. I was like, and tell you what.
No, like the druids of the village they can, but most of the males they become rangers.
Right.
So we look after the towering woods for Balinor, and the mostly the females they practice the druid craft, and they help the forest and the plants, and most of the males they go out and they, I guess, look after the animals and the hunting, but to make it all balanced.
Is there a reason why you decided not to become a ranger?
Well, I kind of wanted to, but I wasn't allowed to leave the village, so my friend Timana, he used to show me things, but I don't know, like in the cities it didn't really work, so I guess what I do is kind of being a ranger, but more sneaky, because it's not like I could hunt the shop owners. I just wanted to get the food that they had.
I mean, that's a good outlook. You shouldn't do that.
Okay. It's got mildly uncomfortable for a moment. Speaking of though, what did a normal day look like for you? Before you joined the cage on the ship of all.
Yes.
Despite all my rage,
your
I
decisions.
still
Yeah,
just
thanks
eat
for
rats
the-
in a cage.
Thanks for the gift song.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Super
you.
kind of you. Thank you
You
very
did
much.
very-
For that. And enjoy that sub, Regis. Regio.
Also, welcome, Watchful Wizard, if I didn't say it already. Hello.
So, before I got in the cage.
Yes. Just an average day. Not like, this is my life's mission. Just an average everyday. Wake up in the morning.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Becca.
Okay. Is that a bard of some sorts?
Is Becca fugitive ferret?
And get better soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our couch fairy. Oh my god.
Catch ferret.
Oh, actually that works better. Yeah. A normal day for me, I don't know, it was just spent adventuring really, just seeing all the different things I could see.
Is there anything you really want to see?
Not really. I wanted to see waterfalls, and I've seen that somewhere, I think.
If you said it, it's
yeah,
true.
sure. But no, not that I can think of really. I've seen a lot of rainbows.
Did you just spend time around
What?
just druids? Or, like, just confined to your little village?
Oh, no, yeah. So it was just druids in the village, but I've met a lot of other people outside of the village
Right.
since I left. I've met a lot.
That's cool.
Met a lot of people. I've met
Anyone really interesting? Aside from your patron of sorts.
There was this one guy. His name was Scobby.
Now we have an NPC named Scobby. Deal with
Can
that,
I roll a
Michaela.
history check to hear if I've heard of Scoby?
Absolutely, go
Can
for
I
it.
also roll a history check? I want to know if Scobby
Can our
exists.
amazing DM come up with Scobby for me super quickly as well?
Of course.
Can I cantrip myself?
14 for knowledge of Scobby. Scob nudge.
Scob. What?
His full name.
Fucking hell. History?
Yep.
19.
Ha!
So just to clarify, you just mentioned that you've
Just met some guy called
Random dude called
Scobby,
Scobby.
Sure.
Who was interesting?
who was interesting. The most interesting
What have we heard of Scobby?
person.
admittedly that those roles haven't jogged your
random guy.
memory, and you're not sure. Though Annalise, Scobby was a passing druid, one that you met along your travels who was very attuned to nature. in the Eldin Reaches soon after you had left and you had started to come to understand the Protector. Scobby was not attuned to any particular god, but trying to find their own way. Though, something that had you interested is that this person could, in fact, was powerful enough to become one with nature and speak to the trees. And even demonstrated bringing a tree to life. And that's what really caught you, what really grabbed you and stuck with you was that speaking to what they described as a treant, and decidedly became almost one with the trees. They also showed you how to travel between trees over far distances, though this, you were aware by now the laws of the land wasn't something to be to celebrate. It was an illegal act. But that's the visit was brief, and you soon were on your way again.
Thank you. Yeah, Scobby.
Great.
Guy called Scobby. He was really nice. He spoke to the trees.
Okay, that's cool.
Scobby the Tree Whisperer.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think
Good
they were
title.
speaking back. I couldn't hear them because I'm not Scobby, but
Is that
I don't think anyone is.
so your Protector? That's their name, right?
no, not Scobby.
No, not Scobby. But they speak to you in dreams mostly, correct? Don't write them letters or speak to them in any other way?
He wanders with me, so I don't know where I'd send the letters to.
Right.
I
Okay.
could write a letter, but it.
I've got some parchment and ink ready to go. I was about to write a letter, but
I've
It
also
wouldn't really
postman.
go to-
It'd be great.
the
Yeah,
Kalani made me
I
move.
don't know where it would go to.
Okay. So he's not wandering the material plane. He's not just walking around. He's like ascended past that. Yeah? Okay, cool. I don't understand this god thing.
I don't think there's much to understand, really.
Well, you have multiple.
You don't have to know all the facets of where they live and what they do.
Just what they stand for.
Embody in their
Right.
principles.
Interesting. Do you have a god? Oh yeah, you said. I
Yeah.
just didn't listen. Sorry.
Have you? Do
Sorry.
You have a god?
No, no, absolutely not.
Never.
No,
Why don't you have a god?
because I wasn't raised to follow one.
Well, what's a typical day for you?
Depends on the day.
Like 4 weeks before you met us.
I mean, I was at the tavern for quite some time. It would be waking up, eating a meal, working, and then taking up odd jobs where I could.
How come you told them, like when you left, that you know, like I never worked here?
Forgot that I said that. I don't like to leave traces of myself in places if I can avoid it.
Like Ivor.
Like Ivor, but also there are some people that I would prefer not to see again if I can avoid it.
Like who?
Like a lot of people.
Like 3?
No, like probably at least a dozen.
To 12.
12?
Like
Not the 12.
people from Valena?
No, from Sean, actually.
Oh. What people? Because I also, you know about the people I don't want to see there.
It's not so much a, it's not so much an I'm being chased by them, at least to my knowledge. It is more of a, I was once engaged to be married, and it didn't end very well. And I would rather not see that family ever again. If I can avoid it.
Sean's a big place.
It truly is. Yes. But I did not want to be there anymore.
Fair enough. That is a pretty big ordeal.
Like, were they a known family or just like random street people?
Do we need to throw eggs at them?
Sorry, that was very jarring. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on the circles that you travelled in. And you could...
Grabs an egg off the table.
The scrambled egg.
This is, yep, just
Annalise, I think we need to be a little bit more closer to Sean
Okay.
to use that.
Okay.
Unless the protector
Puts
can
the egg-
send
Put
it there.
it in your
Puts the egg
pocket.
back.
Might come in handy.
I'm not going to put an egg in my pocket. Oh. No, I'll put it back on the table.
Okay. Waste of an egg.
I was very much in love with this man. And
Cute.
he decided that we would not be best suited for each other.
Oh, he pulled it off.
Yes.
He out-called it off.
Well, yes.
Oh. Picks up the egg again. Just pockets.
Pocket egg.
Oh, that's a shame because you do it differently from what we do in the village. Like, we don't choose. We get paired up by our families.
Oh.
Yeah. This was almost actually kind of arranged, to be honest. But yeah, it was working.
Arranged
Until it
by who?
wasn't.
If you
I had
part of the orphan crew.
yeah, I found like a found family, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So someone had ended up adopting you?
In a way, yes. Not legally.
Right.
And then you got paired up.
Yes.
Oh, well, his loss.
Thank you, Locke.
Is that where you got your gun?
Yes.
Cool.
Was a gift.
I don't want to pry too much if you're uncomfortable talking about it.
How long ago was this?
Gosh, how long ago would this have been? I don't know how time travels.
a few years now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Few years.
No. Time heals all wounds.
Yes. Yes, it does. No trauma whatsoever. Nothing residual.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
you're doing well.
This is uncomfortable now. You're all staring at me.
All right. Well, what about you? What was a day in the life of Locke?
I mean, much of what I was doing just before, really. Have you ever been to the Talenta Plains?
No, I told you I've been to where I'm from, and then the one way that I travelled to Shan, and then I ended up in Averoth, and then here.
When not in Shan, I'd usually try to get to the Talenta Plains. I've got not a place, but a refuge in this place called the Wandering Inn. It's quite an oddity. It's literally an inn that wanders around the Talenta Plains.
Does it have legs?
Yes. I've got a cat there, actually.
Does the
You got a
cat have
cat?
legs?
The cat has legs too, yes.
It's just a loaf.
If I knew you mentioned that, his name is Loaf.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
No?
You're lying.
No, it's true. I spent a lot of time there, actually, with the halflings and some others. made quite a few friends over on that side of the town.
Why didn't you bring your cat with you?
It's not an adventuring life for a cat.
You can get those little backpacks and...
Yeah, what if it misses you?
No, he'll be fine. There's lots of cats there.
It's like a cat village? Like,
Does everyone get a cat?
I mean,
is it part
Not
of the welcome
everyone.
package to the...
no, it's just a cute little place you can spend your time in as it wanders around from village to village. I'm not sure if you know this, but a lot of the people who live in the Talenta Plains are nomadic. And I guess as a quirk, it has a lot of cats that just live there.
So when you say that the inn has legs, is it like a building on top of a big animal, or?
Do legs
I
like,
might
come
actually
out of
call
it?
into Michele. It's got chicken legs or something, doesn't it?
What?
Oh my god.
Are you fucking with us?
No, I'm pretty sure it's
Correct.
It's similar to
Correct.
that witch's.
Correct. Yeah.
No, it's
Fuck.
yeah. It's got legs, like a chicken. And it walks around and it basically, when it gets to a nomadic village, sometimes it stops there and people will gather around and the people will leave the inn and stop off there if they need to or if they're from there, and they'll trade. And it's quite a good way for me to do my research because I can get to a lot of places and study in between.
Are there other chicken leg houses there?
This is the only one that I know of. I don't think there's any. It's a pretty unique thing. I think we would have seen more than one.
I've never heard of such a thing.
What came first, the chicken leg house or the egg?
I look at Annalise's pocket. It's like pocket egg in it.
You feel a little squishiness now in the pocket. It definitely has seeped into the material.
It's cracked.
Apparently,
Sad.
it's leaky.
It was already cooked.
It what?
Well, they serve cooked meals. So the egg that you had.
I thought it was just an egg, yeah.
No.
No, the
So it's a boiled egg.
it was peeled. It was then fried. You put into your pocket a fried egg. Sunny side up.
Of course. Of course I did.
You've got a half-cooked egg.
It's a yolk in your pocket.
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It's just...
Maybe we
I'm
should
just...
get you some new clothes too.
Maybe.
Maybe if you incubate it there, it'll turn into a mailbox with legs.
I actually do have some changes of clothes if anyone should want.
Maybe. Like
I don't know.
like
if
pretty
I'm-
dresses?
Oh no.
I've still got
No,
my
no, no.
cleric robes.
I look down at my like all black attire.
I don't know if Balor would get angry at that.
No,
I don't know.
I mean I keep them just for keepsake, really.
Well, we don't really do churches or anything. It's not like we like worship him like clerics.
Is he not a cleric?
No, he doesn't worship them.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. When you said we, I thought you meant collectively.
No,
Right.
no. There is a shrine. It's a shrine to Bellinor, isn't it, in Korth? It's not like a temple.
Correct.
Yes, that's a little bit different. So how do you... I'm aware that there's a shrine in Korth. Mind you, I've not seen many people visit it before, though, either. How would you pay your sermons and prayers to him?
I told you we did the Gage ceremony.
That's right, you did too.
So,
Actually, I had quite a few nightwood hours that night.
yeah.
Reminds me that, did we... And I'll look down for a moment, like,
But I don't think I was that drunk.
No. Rin, no. I'm sorry, but I'm not inclined. No, maybe I'll speak to you about that later.
Oh, okay.
Why
What?
don't
We
we get to know?
can't hear.
Well, I don't know if it's personal to Rin.
Is it personal?
I don't know what you are referring to, but I mean, I've told you most other things.
The letter? When we were talking about reading.
Yeah, we read the letter out loud at Lila's house.
Right. I must have still been drunk. Lovely.
That was a different night.
Right.
I did remember actually Alefik, who they mentioned. He's
Truly.
Yeah, he's part of the Boromar clan. I drew a picture of him.
No. No, it wasn't.
That's upside down.
Oh. I thought he was a potato.
I
Grabs a
hate that.
He has a bit of potato features.
That's Ren's drawing there.
So he's missing some teeth.
He's missing quite a lot of teeth.
He's got a scar over his
Does
lips.
he have an eyeball in the other eye?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
it
an
looks like there's
eyeball
no-
and then one
I
like
was going to say, I think he's
patch.
wearing the patch on the wrong eye.
And then his left eye is not there, but his right ear is not
Yeah.
there. So I don't know if that's like one horrific injury or if he's just very clumsy or
Yeah, he doesn't look very...
I mean, your artistic skills are
Really good.
lovely.
Great point, actually. Yes.
what, you could do better?
I'm not... I dabble, but... Perhaps. But it is accurate. I'm sure that that's a very unique person in Sean.
Well, I mean, if there was another person with that specific set of injuries, or did
That is quite unfortunate for him. Is that why he's so angry?
Would you not be angry if you were missing that many teeth?
I think I would be.
I do have a question.
And an ear and an eye. Yes.
After Korth, what comes next? What are we doing after that?
I guess the great gods will probably bestow some quest on us, and we'll need to go figure that out.
Is that how gods work? They just say, "Oh, hello. This is your next quest."
Sometimes, actually, yes. Unfortunately.
well,
Okay.
maybe not like that basic.
I jest. I don't know.
Hey, we just got a raid.
Oh,
Thanks, old
raid.
Stormy, for the raid.
Thank
Oh
you.
my god.
Thank you.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Hi,
Do the
Stormy.
thing.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. We are Fate's Group. We stream live every Tuesday evening at 6:45 p.m. AEST. Thanks for the follow as well. Really, really kind of you. Thank you. Hello. We're just
That's very sweet.
in the middle of our sesh, and unfortunately missing one of our party. But enjoy if you are staying. Thank you very, very much. Shout out to you. Thank you. Tell us what you were doing.
Yeah, what were you doing?
Yeah, please. And thank you for the follows. So kind. Thank you so much. Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, please.
Were you just sweating or something? What was that?
So excited.
I forgot what we were talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, thanks for the raid.
What comes after Korth?
Well, I don't know. I just was going to maybe Avalea mentioned that I might be able to get some Yagave line there. So maybe at that shrine, if you want to talk to Belanor.
I mean, I don't think I could do that, but I wouldn't mind observing you.
Well, I
performing the ritual.
didn't know that other people did, but apparently Avalea has spoken to him.
Perhaps I could join in as you commune. Yeah, that would be interesting. I could document that.
I'll introduce you.
Yeah,
Okay.
as a homie.
Is there anything you need to do?
Well, I've been putting this off, but I would like to write a letter to Maury. It's been a week now, and I'll make sure he's okay.
Who's that?
Maury was one of our companions that we were with. He's a...
Companion.
You didn't like him?
Oh, I didn't not like him. I just wasn't going to lay down my life for him. Similar to all of you. I like you a lot more, but I'm not ready to die for you just yet.
Maury was a guest from another continent. That, unfortunately, with the endeavours that happened just after over the prior week and a bit. His stay may have been a bit strained. He'd come on correspondence to speak to the 12, and it didn't go down too well.
Well, I don't think the 12 were really trying very hard to speak to him.
Yes, it's a bit of a shame, actually. We haven't had much correspondence from that area in a long, long time, if ever.
What about the thing with the maps, where he was saying that he was from a direction that...
Me and Ivor looked into that, but it just doesn't quite... You're talking about the location that he may be heading to?
Yeah, but even when he was mentioning Aranel, he kept saying in the north. But didn't you say that it's not in the north?
Yeah, it was in
Southeast.
Southeast, yeah. Well, I'm not too sure because I'm not sure if you saw this, but when me and Ivor read his note, his whereabouts kind of match up to where he said he was going, not so much where his home is from. Well, yeah, where his home is.
Yeah, but whenever he talked about Aranel, he kept saying the north.
The north was...
Or am I mistaken?
No, you're not mistaken. That's very correct.
Not Zendrick.
So many names.
Arganessen.
Arganessen, the dragon. Yeah.
To your knowledge, yes. There's where you've heard dragon.
The dragon statues. Not
Dragon
necessarily.
statues on the way. Correct.
So yeah, the location that he had was a place called Arganessen, which I don't know too much about right now. Which, again, sending some letters to some people, which I must admit is going to take me to Shan at some point, and I'll look at Kalani.
Do you want to eat then?
And perhaps I can fulfill that quest. Yeah.
What about you? Are you just waiting? Are you just waiting for whatever the Protector tells you next? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And it's not always world-ending fire burning down
No.
a forest.
No.
Okay, great. That's comforting. If anyone knows how to make a week feel like less, I am growing quite tired of being on this ship.
We could play a game.
We could. You are aware of gambling and things like that?
Well, yeah, I'd like to wager money, but
Oh,
I don't really have anything. Do you have
Okay.
any cards or something?
You continue. You search for a little bit in your pack for
Say no.
cards, which you don't have. Captain Wintermed hadn't been around overhearing this conversation, but Lila had joined you quite soon after you'd started. So
so I heard everything.
she heard most of the conversation, yes, but she silently just took in a little about what you were speaking of, what your journey looks like after
look
Korth,
okay?
sorry. She looks fine. She looks a little wary, a little tired. You saw her very active in the repairs of the ship, magically levitating some of the massive planks of wood to then fit in the right places to patch up these holes in the ship. So otherwise, she was praised quite heavily by the dwarves and by Captain Wintermed as well. In thanks, there was a conversation that you had that you overheard her have with Captain Wintermed. Didn't hear too much, but there was some sort of reward for quickening the process a little for her. She does wait until you're all finished to say, I wanted to mention something that I saw while I was helping the crew repair the ship.
Sounds foreshadowing.
I don't know what this means, but in the hull of the ship there are chests that are locked, that I have curiously and quite stealthily have been unable to open.
Why are you trying to get into?
Well,
people's
normally
belongings.
I would keep this business to myself, but in the night I happened upon these chests, locked, and they bore a mark on them that I feel a little wary of. So I wanted to understand a little more as to why these.
What type of mark?
The mark is one of the great houses of Korth, but not one that I've had the pleasure of knowing. Of a creature that looks like a jaguar. This jaguar is purple and grey, thorny vines from its crest. And this creature is one that has these extra limbs that have small mouths, small teeth on the end of these extra limbs. It's not a creature I'm familiar with, but the house I've heard of. It's House Thorani.
Thorani. Have we heard of that house?
It's the one that you didn't want Ivor talking about earlier.
Yes.
So I feel like we've done
Can
rolls on that.
I roll a history or something to know what the creature is?
Sure. You can make a either a nature or arcana check.
Can I do that too?
Yep, sure.
Can I guide myself?
You certainly can.
Do you like to ask every time? It's funny.
You're,
do I
more,
have to?
you're more than welcome to say I'm going to. I'm going to because if this is a cantrip and you're not using it in combat,
What a loser. I've dropped it on the floor.
then no.
What a loser.
There goes the dice.
It's okay.
Thanks.
Oh, I was going to say you can use one.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no, roll over here.
Oh, you're a butt.
Oh, feel free to use this if
Thank
you
you
need.
so much.
Yeah, fine.
I'm just gonna put it in
There's
my
one here.
Oh, yeah.
Something stuck to my finger.
Good. This is going well.
Oh no. Does it matter if they're both +2? Does it matter which one?
No.
Okay, so
Sorry, yes, it still does
Yeah,
because it
choose.
can give you different information, so you have to choose one or the other, yes.
Want to know about the magics or the histories?
I'll do
Yeah.
a nature.
A nature? Okay,
So
sure.
it was 10.
It was 10 in total,
Probably
sure.
not really good.
What did you get, Locke?
19.
19, okay.
Johnny?
And that was
Yeah, I'll use
Arcana.
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 Well, you're both aware that this creature is called a displacer beast.
A what, sorry?
Displays a beast.
Oh.
It certainly is
Played Baldur's Gate.
a large beast that stalks the evening, cat-like in appearance. You're both aware that there are these tentacles that protrude from its back, though you're not sure, Annalise, anything more than that about the name and about the fact that these are particular tentacles that help promote its stalking and hunting nature, like all cats. That's all you know. Locke, you're a bit more in your readings, in your travel. You have read up about many magical creatures, and the displacer beast is no different. Generally, they hunt in packs, or they can hunt in packs. In some breeds of them, you know that they generally are panther-like more so than anything else. Blue-black fur, but they generally are about 2.5 meters long. They can weigh up to 250 kilograms, so they're quite large, heavy, muscular beasts. They have emerald green eyes you've seen in some of these pictures. They can roam many, many different forests, namely Valinar, Qurbara, in that southeastern part of, or southern part of Korth mostly, but not unheard of in the northern parts either. And they like to teleport between places. They like to go from one place to another to hunt their prey sneakily and without noise. You know that they hunt regardless whatever that they can, and a lot of the time not necessarily for simply to survive. They're intelligent creatures. They hunt for play as well.
Yeah.
Now, this creature, though, connected to House Thorani, you don't know if this is simply a choice that this house has made to use this creature as part of their emblem, or if there's a deeper meaning to it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't know maybe if, like, I don't know, the talents that the creature's got as a part of their MO.
Using the other crests as a bit of a history as well, you can ascertain that House Thorani would be not if the emblem were to be believed, not a reputable.
Yeah, so
guild.
they'll be like saboteurs.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things like that.
Yep,
Yeah. Alright, cool.
that's your best guess.
I hate to press. I know you weren't too keen on discussing this house at some point in time, but I feel like now we've travelled together not too long, but long enough that maybe if you have any information that is going to be useful to all of us, it would be nice to hear it.
Very well.
Don't like surprises.
In a softer voice, because the ship is still gliding along silently, and looking around, you don't see anyone that's particularly, ears pricked trying to listen in on the conversation. She says, from what I hear, and from what I know, and from what the texts of the administration tell us, House Thorani is a fairly new Dragon Mark house. They used to be part of House Falan, another Dragon Marked house in Korth. They reside mainly in the Lazar principalities, but they've been known to expand their operations. They are as a house of subterfuge, spies. Some even say hired assassins are their main trade. That's what has me concerned, that there are chests below that I cannot access that would help me understand why there is something of theirs on board this ship. A ship that is of House Jurasco, predominantly. Perhaps goods. I know there are certain secret services, like Onder's Royal Eyes, that potentially other government agencies that use information that is gleaned from House Thorani. So not every law-abiding citizen, even law-abiding citizens and organizations use House Thorani's information-gathering skills. It's interesting.
Have you had any personal encounters with anyone from House Thorani?
Not personally, no.
What about your mother?
No. If she did, she wouldn't tell me. I would imagine that she and others of the 12 may have had and probably still do to gather information and they even well, I don't know, to be honest with you. Probably even more recently, since the happenings in Vedica, I'm sure that they've reached out at least.
So what do you think they have in the chests?
That is the question of the day.
I mean, I've got to have a look if you would like.
Yes, is that something that you wish us to... I mean, considering, I guess, we've just left that situation behind, do you think that these chests might be linked to some of the events from previous... with the... what's that Duke's name?
Lord Dorez,
Lord Derez, yes.
not the little stabby in the nose stuff.
I'm not sure. House Thorani is not known for their dalliances in undead. That's not their intentions. Their intentions are more, well, predominantly elves, and powerful houses like this are not inclined to go that far evil, as far as I'm aware. Though assassinations, of course, comes under that umbrella.
Well, if they're supposed to be spies and use subterfuge, do you think maybe one of the passengers on the ship may be one?
That is my thought. Perhaps they have paid well to carry these things, to carry these chests to Korth. For what purpose, I'm not sure. But
How many
That-
are there?
There are 3. That tells me that they have operations in Korth as well.
Yes, 3.
Well,
If you can, perhaps do what I cannot and find out a bit more about what's in these chests, I'd be
Not
very interested.
prudent just to ask the captain.
what if he is the running guy?
Or if he doesn't even know. Well, if he doesn't know, we may not want too loud of a shout about this. It could cause more chaos than we're prepared for.
I mean, just slightly morally ambiguous to try and break open into the chest for the right reasons.
Well,
I'm fine for whatever reason.
Well, I mean, this is the captain's ship. Is that not?
if we inform him, we don't know we don't know what he will do. He may do something extreme that we don't want to draw attention to. But if you think that it will be,
There's nets. We're fine.
if you think that is going to be prudent, I will be behind you on that.
Rin raises a good point. If there's someone on board,
I
Is-
do not doubt that there would be. Making sure the chests are safely transported.
well then theoretically, this person wouldn't be someone that often travelled on this airship. Not
Not,
part of the regular crew.
not potentially this airship, but perhaps others.
So would it not be more of an idea we could just ask to see the manifest of passengers?
And
See if you recognise any names.
I'm no ship captain, but shouldn't there be a log of cargo coming with?
There would be, yes, cargo and personnel. Well, we can ask the captain for both and see if there's anything I recognise, of course. Should we do this discreetly for now?
There's nothing discreet about me. I feel like this is going to be a job for you, Rin.
Well, hear
and
me out.
Kalani. And Annalise.
Why don't we split the group? That always goes very well. Half of us can go and attempt to, I don't know, see what's inside these
there a keyhole?
chests.
There are keyholes, yes.
That's a great idea.
That's an incredible idea.
Thank you. Thanks. I thought of it all myself.
That's a very
Yes.
responsible idea.
The best person for that job is likely Rin, who is just experienced in keyholes. Not the surgery. But
This is
Good.
surgery.
What's surgery?
Yeah.
but we split up. 2 of us go down to that. The other 2, ask for this. Oh well, there's 3, I guess. Ask for the list of passengers and cargo, and also use that time to make sure the captain isn't wandering on down while you're breaking into his cargo.
He's going to want to know why we're asking for that, though.
Oh,
Sure.
well, we can just say, following the attack of all of these orcs, we would like to make sure that there are no known dangerous people on board.
Yeah, he literally is paying us to look out for danger.
Correct.
To go, hey, I got a hot tip that maybe there's danger, but we need to confirm. Show me your books.
Okay. However
That's
you would like to present that
Rather
information.
convincing. You have too many good talents. Can
But
you
I
do
can't.
both?
I can't read the book yet. So.
Okay, so that means Rin is going down to break the chest.
Pardon me.
What are you good at? Okay, this is going well.
Give her a moment.
I can read.
You can read. Okay, well then you can come
Yeah, right, Robert.
Yeah,
and you can go and talk to the captain. What are you better at? Talking or
Probably. I mean, I'm already
Breaking
going to go
into
see.
things.
Definitely not breaking into things.
okay?
Beep, beep, bop, boop.
What?
Perhaps I can persuade him. I mean, I already have to speak to him anyway.
You are Warforged.
No.
Lila says, so you're going to the captain. You're going to
guess
see
so.
for the chests.
Annalise is going to go to the captain too.
Very well.
And I guess that means
I'll accompany.
Yeah, perhaps you
Right.
should come with us.
that means I guess I'll go with Rin.
Might be best. Bit of muscle there if in case you come into trouble.
Yeah, I'm
Do you need
pretty.
an egg?
Yeah, did I hear you say back when we first went down in that tunnel for Lord Dorez that you can sense things close by?
Oh, so I can see invisible creatures within 10 feet.
Yeah, well, maybe you could do like a walk by of the
chest.
the room, just in case someone's like guarding the door.
Yes, that's a good idea. It also means if I am ever to be blinded, I can still see within 10 feet. Which is quite handy.
Lila says that is helpful. The chests were hidden magically, and I sensed them, so I unraveled that magic, so they are now visible behind a door leading down into the hole.
What did you, in particular, what did you sense?
I simply sensed that the magic was in the area that was preventing people, the crew, to see these chests as they were.
Did you try to break in?
No, I simply sensed the magic first, then went through the door, and then saw, instead of chests, they looked simply like barrels. But I did undo that magic, and they appeared as they were. They were in disguise, as it were.
Sneaky chests.
Disguised as barrels.
They
You
wouldn't.
are quite good at talking. And I
Surprisingly.
Well, and I don't think. Have you met the captain yet?
Yeah, he was the one with the cape who was standing there.
Oh,
I
yes,
got
very
off the,
briefly.
Off the orc ship.
Yes. So, I don't know. Maybe approach is like a thank you for letting me stay on the ship. Also, I'm here to help these guys with danger.
I don't think my name's on the list either, so I
Oh,
could
Perhaps so. That's a
technically
good
be
way.
like, hey,
That's a great
I need
idea.
to see the list and put my name on it.
Yeah,
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. That works.
phenomenal idea.
Happens
Okay.
sometimes.
Should we set a time just in case there is danger and we have some sort of a limit to measure? Hey, these people aren't back yet.
I think perhaps yes, and if you do feel like it is getting a bit dangerous, we're up here for at least another.
You can
5
speak in
solid
heads.
days.
Maybe do that little mind thing you do. With 2 of them.
Yeah, you don't have to belittle it by saying little mind thing. It's kind of cool.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I just.
Have you eaten?
No,
You should eat.
Are you angry?
no.
Okay.
You seem a bit sensitive.
There's an egg in her pocket if you would like it.
No.
You hesitated.
Lila says, shall we?
Great. Let's say an hour. We'll meet back here. Any longer than that, the other group should go looking for the other group.
Should we meet back here?
There you go.
Hello.
Mum?
Now you can hear him speak in your head.
Oh,
And
speaking
yours.
of it.
For,
What about Annalise?
yeah, well, I'm not strong enough to do it with more people yet. For 3 hours.
For 3 hours.
Good idea. All right, let's go. And
Now,
a meeting back here.
yes.
She-
Exactly in this spot.
She puts down her fork and knife and starts to walk towards the captain. And Locke
That's us,
and
yeah.
Annalise, you're following her as you both get directions from Lila as to where this hold is underneath the ship, and you start to head there. Captain Winnemed is at the very, very front of the ship, looking beyond. As you approach him, there's no one around you. You can see Lila stays in the rear just to look back to make sure you're not being overheard. Though the guards, the crewmen do seem to be preoccupied with the masts and with the ropes and with chains, making sure that this ship is being guided well by the House Lyranda mercenaries that are atop the ship. You see a crew member at the crow's nest at the very, very top, looking out as well. The captain turns as though sensing your presence, and he says, "Oh, I hope you've had a good meal, and I hope the trip after this is quick and without
Time I
incident."
hear food, I just think pocket egg. Every time.
Same.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh,
Hi, my name's not on the list.
The list?
The list.
yes. Do you not? We after the events, it was just yesterday, and prior of the adventure you sent us on. We think it did be prudent that we.
We think it did be. I don't know why.
That was really
prudent?
I love that.
Sorry.
That
That made me very happy.
I assumed you'd have a list of all the guests that are on the
A manifest.
manifest. Yes,
Of course.
personnel, and
We do.
we should add Annalise to it, just for.
You'll be joining us for the trip to Korth then.
Yes.
Well, we're not going to throw
Well-
her off the side of the ship.
Oh, I do it.
There's nowhere else that she could go.
There are
This
many.
ship smells like egg.
There are many ways to. I had assumed you may have some other way to travel. Once you had been rescued, but it is good to see you clean and well fed. You will be added to the manifest.
I'll
He goes into his cloak and he pulls out what looks to be a fairly large rolled up piece of parchment. He takes out a quill.
as he does that. Is it open out on the table?
He does put it onto a table, and as he rolls it out, you can see it hang low onto the ground. So it's a good few feet in length, and with large names and titles to where they would
God,
belong.
man, your penmanship needs work. You could make this so much smaller.
Well,
Sorry, it's just a thing. of
my
mine.
eyesight isn't what it used to be.
My God.
I need to go back to Sire and have my senses repaired.
I'm gonna try and buy some time. Fuck, I can't talk to you.
What?
In your mind, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can talk to
mentally.
Yeah.
And you can't even.
Well, he's not there to.
No.
Well, you could talk to me.
Yeah, but you
I
can't
can't
then
talk to you.
relay it to me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What is this web we've woven?
I'm gonna make a gesture towards the list to see, like, I'm trying to look at it as best you can.
Me.
Yeah.
So it's A. N.
He starts to draw at the very, very bottom. Let's describe it.
Another A. And then lease. So L. Is that someone?
Wait, there's not 3 A's? Let's do this again.
3 A's? No,
Yeah.
2 A's.
There's 2.
Okay.
Not one L.
Start again. So A.
As this is going on,
He scratches
I'm
the
trying
name
to
out.
scroll
Oh, so you're trying to look.
at all the names as best as possible.
Okay, what are you looking for in particular?
I'm just trying to get
Sus.
just names in general.
Jim
Okay,
Thorani.
make yourself an investigation check.
Jim Thorani.
But if you're also trying to do this without the captain noticing, you can make a stealth check as well.
No, I mean, I'm looking at the ledger.
You're just looking at
yeah,
the ledger.
like,
Okay, so
it's
just
not
your
obvious.
normal investigation check is fine as you
I guess not.
continue.
I'm just trying to make it not suspicious.
Okay.
Like,
No problem.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't we technically need Lila to be looking at it though?
Lila's
Not
also
her that's supposed to.
observing.
yeah.
Right.
Investigation.
Correct.
15.
15. Okay. You see Lila also going through this list, though she doesn't seem to be surprised by anything yet. As you continue, he eventually does write the name down correctly.
And before he rolls anything up, just for reports and things, I'm gonna pull out a parchment, just maybe an incident report on what happened, and I'll try to get his attention to look at what I'm doing. So he's left the piece of paper out, and I'll start writing down events of what happened with the orcs, and see if he's like paying attention to me.
See if he's paying attention to you.
Yeah,
Okay. He's
I'm trying to get him distracted away from the.
for Lila.
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of things to note. He does very quickly. His attention does draw to you once he finishes this name, scribing your name down. He seems very attentive. If whoever's talking to him, he seems to have full attention to. There's a name you do notice
No. Okay.
that stands out from the rest of the names because the rest of the names are very dwarven, and then obviously your own names are written as well. All these names have letters that are very dwarven sounding, with X's and N's and K's, very consonant driven, and so they all seem, by the by, fairly expected. Then there's a name that's very vowel like, and it's pronounced. You see it as Kiranole Solino.
Oh God.
I'll get that to you soon.
Okay.
But this name,
I call him Kin for short.
this
Kim for short?
Kiranole Solino. This name is out of sorts. It's the only name on here that has two names, and it sounds a lot more outside of the Moral Holds type of name than you would expect. But you just haven't seen, apart from the House Lyranda, House Lyranda wizards who had a title and their own names below that title, so they had been, I guess, in the ledger correctly. But this name is apart from the rest as well. It doesn't have a title above. It doesn't have any sort of explanation as to the who this person is.
Okay. I'll make a mental note.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I felt that.
as I'm filling out the poem, it's like, oh, and how did you remember this happening? And I'll just quickly scribe it down in low, 11 size font. See how much paper you can save?
Say 11 size font.
He looks towards you quizzically and he says, I have much more paper than this. I'm more than happy to provide many with the ability to read clearly. And
Should keep the paper safe. The forest might burn down soon.
my ship is a smaller ship in comparison, and my crew are low in number. I need not to write names down small. But I will take your advice into account. Someone who clearly reads quite a lot and has many a talent with words.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Fuck off, Sheldon.
Mind you, the
This
No.
is just for Michaela, I guess.
Well, look, I'll do it because I'm there for the dance.
We already danced 2 seconds ago.
Captain, your dance moves are. I don't know why you need to wear that cape with those dance moves. Your
Should all
confidence
come
is
up
already
with a
outstanding.
choreographed dance. It's not
You're welcome.
Also, I should,
Ah.
as the honest man I am, I'll pull out 30 gold pieces and I'll put it on the table. This is for the housing and bedding for the week I think we have left
I do appreciate it. Thank you.
for Annalise.
It is kind.
And I'll put that over the top of whatever I'm writing over.
Okay. He takes it with grace and with graciously, and he.
And I'll continue to speak to him about how he thought the incident played out, hoping that this is enough time for these two to easily read whatever's on that.
Sure. Though you get a sense from a quick look towards Lila and a nod from her that there's confidence in her demeanor that she has what she needs. And so the conversation naturally comes to a conclusion, And he folds up the parchment again and continues to speak to you, but also to make sure that the airship, the Cloud's Fury, is on the way to its destination truly. At that point, as your companions, Rin and Kalani, are heading down towards the hole, we're going to take a 10-minute break at that point and come back to see what they find.
Amazing.
But we'll take 10 minutes. Everyone,
Can't wait to lay on that mat out there.
Oh, I need to walk.
So excited.
thank you very much, everybody. Apparently, we're very looking forward to our break. Well,
No, I just love the mat. It's so comforting.
we'll see everyone in as close to 10 minutes as we can make it. Thank you, everybody, so far for watching. Thank you for the follows, for the subs. Super kind of you.
Actually had
And for
quite
the
a few follows
lurks.
tonight.
Yeah. So
Yeah, thank you for all that.
Modview has
truly,
come to mobile, so I can see all the
Beautiful.
follows
Now.
and everything.
803.
803.
We're only 198 away from
97 away from a shoey.
Yeah, good math.
potential shoe. We've still got to discuss
Oh,
that.
I don't want to think about
I
it.
do not commit to anything just yet.
we will see you all soon. Don't go anywhere.
No,
See you soon.
Yeah.
We're going to take the quickest 10-minute break.
Oh!
That
Roll the damage! I've waited this long!
So I'm rolling the damage and not budging at all. So let's see what happens.
Oh, no!
Wrong one, another round?
Oh jeez.
They're calling for a cliffhanger.
Well, he'll roll it. And then
Oh my god, stop rolling! Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how much damage Amara gets after we come back from a 10-minute break.
I hate this game.
We'll see everybody in 10 minutes.
And I rolled a 25.
Okay.
Stealth check.
25.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, that's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. That's a wheeze.
Is that a
That's
nat
an
20?
evil wheeze.
18 for me.
Is that a nat 20?
So you all start walking
18.
down. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
hold on a second.
just gonna leave my hand like this for a moment.
Stop flexing your muscles.
The team is happy. It's all bad.
As Amara starts to race towards Rook, you have just been handed the potion. And you saw Amara then just disappear. As you turned to attempt to uncork it and hand it to Osei, the battle's over. And with that swift motion, you look down, and the twitching has stopped. And in front of you, smoke coming out of the body of Osei, now still.
Do I see this?
Yeah.
Thorum! Thorum, help her!
I'm gonna walk on over and look down at her. How's she look? Is there any sign of life?
Make a medicine check.
How's she look? Dead.
That's a nat 1.
After the last question he asked, I pull into the rucksack from the back and present a cup. And I say to it, "This is King Boronel's personal possession."
After 53 sessions! Michaela looks like he's gonna cry.
You may if you want.
Sorry, continue.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's taken 53 sessions for Ben to know how to say King Boronel. That is going on TikTok later.
I was clapping because you had components ready.
I'd be just trying to keep next to Rook, trying to grab his hand and
Mm-hmm.
just, hey,
Dench, I thought you were Osei.
I'll say something to you.
What is it?
Come here.
What happened?
You look really good right now.
No one's ever really taken notice, but
Now's not the time, I think.
There's always a time for love.
Welcome back.
By far the weirdest way to start a stream. We should have called this ASMR cheese eating.
As you look upon this beast, wind buffer, the red scales blind every haze. The dragon attacks all around you. Birds fly away. Make your attack.
Oh yeah, he fucked up.
Charlie's into to Rook and says, "Look, this is getting a bit corny."
Oh, dance again, quick!
It's Aaron Cochran, that's
I'm gonna. I'm gonna transform.
Got a massage it.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts. Oh, we're lotioning.
Oh no! This is very uncomfortable. I'm glad I did.
Shake off the excess.
Shake it all off.
That was wonderful.
Very
I
moist.
have nightmares tonight.
I'm not good with words. But I think when I think back to everything that I've done since like day one with these motherfuckers, like you were there always. And you were like the only one that actually listened to me for a really long time. So, duh. Of course I got like all feelsy and stuff. And then Dench came along. God. I was so jealous. So fucking jealous. I don't think it's fair to tell you how I feel if I don't get to stay. That would be cruel. But I think you know.
Well, Amara, I love you. And I will wear the cruelty because I think it is worth it. It's worth every moment we've had, and it is every memory.
Mara's just gonna be like, not of lava, but single tear. And she's just gonna be like, I love you too. I'm sorry I didn't say it.
It's Aaron Cochran, that's yeah.
Can you do that again?
I will not do that.
It's that you're trying to bandage up gaping holes in his chest. And
I got you, buddy.
you kind of now realize that your initial investigation of his body reveals that his head is missing.
I thought I had him there, guys.
tell us the things you're going to tell us.
Okay.
And maybe we'll let you live.
Yeah, if it's
Are you lying?
I'll actually laugh. Like in character.
Are your shoulders like that?
It comes out exactly like that.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
You have feathers in your hand of this Pegasus.
Do we see the children?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to try and catch the children.
All right. They're moving very quickly. So what's your flying speed?
My flying speed full is 60 feet.
Okay. 60 feet. Okay. They are falling a bit faster, but you can attempt to.
It's our first kill in the campaign, 2 innocent children.
And as you get closer, you see lives. And this cage that it now looks like it is so packed with corpses, squished together. As you get a closer look, this symbol is depicting 2 companies or houses, but they are together. They're on the same bit of metal. They depict the house that your parents are working in. And they depict the symbol on the other side of House Tarot.
Oh, fuck you.
And we're gonna end that. And we're gonna end that tonight. And that's it. That's it, everybody. We're gonna take the quickest 10-minute break.
No! Roll the damage! I've waited this long!
All right, I'm rolling the damage and not budging at all, so let's see what happens.
Oh!
Wrong one, another round?
Oh, jeez. They're calling for a cliffhanger.
Well, he'll roll it. And then
Oh my god, stop rolling! Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how much damage Amara gets after we come back from a 10-minute break.
I hate this game.
We'll see everybody in 10 minutes.
And I rolled a 20, 25 for
Okay.
stealth check.
25.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. It's a wheeze.
Is that a
It's
nat
an
20?
evil wheeze.
18 for me.
Is that a nat 20?
So you all start walking
18.
down. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
hold on a second.
just gonna leave my hands like this for a moment.
Stop flexing your muscles.
The GM is happy. It's all bad.
As Amara starts to race towards Rook, you have just been handed. And we're back, everyone.
Shelby.
I'm just going to go this way a little bit now. And just... Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are going to move into the second team.
What are we sniffing?
Are you okay? Did you just...
I choked on air.
Excellent.
Breathing.
So, Kailani
Have you
and
ever
Rin.
No air, no air.
I thought about it.
As you move quickly into the ship,
Yeah.
you head down a set of stairs, wooden stairs that creak as you step along them,
God damn it.
passing by a hallway, a wide hallway that dwarves are moving through. As you follow the directions of Lila, you scuttle past another dwarf who looks like he was just having a quick middle of the day nap and coming out of his home, and move to the left at a T-junction where you go down even another set of stairs. And here the ship becomes a bit darker, No torches are lit, though you can see fairly clearly still ahead of you, another 15, 20 feet. And you get to... Huh? You eventually come to a third staircase, and the last one. And here you start to really smell...
Feet.
No. You smell a bit of mold, a little bit of...
Black mold.
That's how we die. That's how the campaign ends. Black
You've
mold.
been hallucinating everything.
a little bit of dampness in the air around you as you feel the wooden stairs underneath you also just a little worse for wear. No, this area towards the back of the ship hasn't been looked after as well as the rest, though the wood is still sturdy and is holding up. Things are, or some sort of liquid drips from the level above you. And this smell of urine takes the air a little as well.
Eyeball.
He's still there, really.
He seeped through the wood.
He's
Still
still
doesn't know how to use the toilet.
still
Damn it, I will.
standing on that step. So, as you find yourselves a couple of doors down,
Like 3?
two, another 2 doors down, you swing a door open. And it's one of many storage areas of the ship this far down. Many different hallways will take you to food, will take you to clothing, spare materials for the ships if it had any concerns like it did the day before. This room is small. It moves slightly with the bearing of the ship going one way or the other. As smooth as it is, down this far below, you do feel a little bit of more of a lurch here and there. In front of you, there are barrels and 3 distinct chests, all very tightly knit between each other, almost to the point where you can't really fit between these things without really squeezing through. The room is about 30 feet long and 30 feet wide. The ceiling is low, and it's dark in here, as is the hallway behind you. You can see these 3 chests are mingled in with these barrels. They're not beside each other. They are dotted. One on the left, one on the right, one in the middle. So you do actually have to move through some of these barrels to get to these chests, which are separated.
Nothing invisible along the way.
No movement, no other sounds as well. You in this room particularly, you now really smell a heavy waft of what seems to be maybe dried fish or seafood of some kind, as the barrels seem to have some sort of
I'm already unwell today.
Yeah.
some sort of foodstuffs within.
I guess I think to you. Do you sense anything?
I can't see anything invisible, no. I do have one large flaw that I've only just thought of. And that is that these chests could be trapped.
Yeah, I was going to check for that.
No, but like magically. And if that's the case, we are fucked.
Lila did say that she unraveled the magic.
Okay.
Surely she would have been like, oh, I also detected they're going to explode.
Okay, yes. I hope so. But you're better at tinkering with things than I am, so I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, I'll suss them out first.
I'll just keep watch, I guess.
I guess particularly that there's 3 chests dotted around the place. Can I investigate for traps, or if 2 of them are like decoy ones or something?
Sure, yeah, go for it. Make an investigation check
Is
as
there
you.
just one entry to this room?
It is just one entry.
So what?
Correct.
I will stand nearby the entry and not like right in the doorway or outside of it or anything, but back a little bit that hopefully I'm hidden amongst something. Just keeping an eye out for anyone approaching or listening out for anyone approaching.
You can make a perception check as you listen out. Are you how are you using the door to go in? The door swings inward. Are you leaving it open? Are you shutting it? What are you doing with the door?
How was it beforehand?
It was slightly ajar.
Same way.
Okay.
So if that's the case, I would position myself so that I can see out of the...
Cool.
If we're mentally linked, can I touch Rin with my mind and give him
No.
guidance?
It's not how it works.
I appreciate the thought and the no.
Door, not a door.
Well, it's a jar.
Thanks, team.
Like a jar?
Seriously. Yeah, it's the catalyst to my. I'm sorry, but yeah, you're giving me permission for dad jokes now.
Yeah,
It's
go
crazy.
for
What
it.
am I rolling?
You're rolling a perception check, please.
Yeah, cool. 15.
15, cool. And what did you get for your investigation?
21.
Fantastic.
I
Without
thought
my
you got a
guidance.
bad roll. You shook your head.
No, I should because I was normally a bad roll.
With guidance.
Yeah, the nods are like, oh yeah, this again, yeah. So with your perception check, Kailani, you don't hear anything but that slight, maybe sloshing around of the whatever's within the barrels, and no footsteps, no other sounds from outside. Thankfully, this part of the ship seems quite abandoned and rarely used. Perhaps with only one or two of the crewmen using it for their own rooms.
I'll keep lookout regardless, just in case.
Yeah. Rin, you now are aware that all three chests, as you investigate each one and you slip between the barrels, all three of them are locked, and there seems to be a thin wire that lines the lip of the lid and the rest of the chest. A little thin wire that curls within the lock itself and around that lip on each of them. And you do come to understand they would appear to be traps of some kind.
Would I then understand how to disarm said
Yeah.
traps?
If that's your intention, then as you you've got thieves' tools, don't you?
I do, and I'm proficient with them.
Yep. Did you add that to your to your investigation, or if not, can you? If that's okay. So yeah, that was
If
a
I'm
21.
adding it to my proficiency as well.
Yeah, please. So it was a 21.
So I am proficient in investigation.
Yeah.
But then if you want me to add thieves' tools proficiency as well, it'll be a 23.
Sounds good. So with that roll, you take the better part of 5 minutes to disarm, each chest. So for the next 15 minutes, you systematically cut the wire at a particular point near the lock, and you, instead of what you would appear to expect an explosion, a fizzle is audible as each chest is disarmed successfully. None of them appear to be decoys. All appear to have something within, and you discover that as you unlock each chest as well. The locks themselves difficult, but not for you. But they each take another few minutes each to find the weights and to move them aside to unbalance the locking lever.
Is it sleight of hand for unlocking? Is it?
Yeah, I'll get you to make a sleight of hand for each one, please.
Each one, cool.
Can I speak in your head, or do you have to speak in mine?
No, you can.
I guess in your head, you would hear me say, we should probably limit our communication to this way. While we're down here, I'm keeping an eye out.
Yeah. I guess actually while I was going through all that process, if it's taking 15 minutes, I'd probably be thinking to you while I'm doing it. Hey, what do you make out about Lila's missing memory?
This will all just be mentally until it's,
Yeah, of course, of
until
course.
it's not.
Yeah, of course.
I don't quite understand that, but I was hoping it was something that we could learn more about when we take her to the administration. Maybe ask around.
Yeah, because I kind of grilled Avalea about it. Because it was like the same amount of missing memory that she had.
Yes, it does seem rather suspicious. But unfortunately for me, I don't have too much experience with magic. So for that reason, it's rather tough for me to understand in general.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of felt like she was...
Could also be a trauma response.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was very coincidental that she couldn't remember the same amount of time.
I think as well, interestingly, there was a time a little while ago where one of them mentioned a spell of modification of memory, the ability to modify someone's memories.
I don't know. I don't know too much about magic, but...
No, neither do I. I can stab things, though, and shoot them.
I thought that it was interesting that Lila's first reaction to, after seeing her mother's body splayed open, that
It never happens.
well, that it was a clone.
Well, that also. But I dare say that plays into the magic created by the 12, if that's how it works.
Do you know if, like, clones have to be the same age?
Like an actual clone. I've never met one.
I wonder if maybe we have.
Maybe. There are beings much like yourself, correct, that can change forms.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a waste, but I'll just do it. And I'll shift it. All that happens is that the muzzle protrudes out a bit more. I guess like the canine teeth would maybe get a bit more pronounced. And I'm quicker in that form, so I guess maybe the hind legs would get a bit more hock rather than ankle.
Hock.
Yes. No, that's...
Hock.
It's kind of all that happens, so it's not like I change.
Thanks. No, but there are beings out there, I believe, that can change their form. Or spells that can do so.
Yeah, I mean, the druids in the village can, like, fully change into, like, bears and stuff.
Yeah. And so, magic can help disguise people also. They may not be physical clones, but they could just be illusions of sorts. You saw how, Ivor... Well, no, none of us did, actually. But it could have been cool, I guess. We saw in the shop, though, how he could create, like a illusion of himself running away.
Yeah.
So, who's to say it wasn't something similar?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to do, like...
And none of us, like, went up and touched her body, so...
Yeah.
Might not have even been there.
I don't know. I just kind of feel like instead of blurting it out or something, I'll just tell you, so if it turns out to be true later on, I can be like, aha.
And then I can deny that I ever heard it. That's a joke.
Yeah, better be. And then after the... so I'm going to use the class feature because I'm proficient with sleight of hand. 17 for the first lock.
It clicks open.
All right. I guess I would look inside first.
Okay.
Then before going to like the next one.
Sure. As you open the lid of this chest, and it's a chest that is simple wooden. It looks a little bit run down, as do the rest of them. The same wood, though, you notice as the other barrels in the room as well, though, all sealed shut with that fishy smell. You open this one up, and it seems to have copper pieces within. Not very many of them. You quickly count maybe a couple of hundred scattered. They all look fairly new. They don't look like there's any wear to them, so it looks like they look like they've been recently minted. But that's it.
Does the stamps on the coins look regular to
Just
what
regular
I've experienced?
Yeah, regular universal copper pieces.
I might just take one, pocket that,
Okay.
or I'll pass it to you for you to have a look at.
It's a copper piece.
I would say in your mind, I would say, have you tried like digging underneath, like rummaging through, seeing if there's something down further under the coin?
Yes, and then you'll hear rustle.
As you rustle and you get to the bottom of the chest, that actually the copper coins seemed to have been covering a latch that has it's a small latch which would open a little compartment through the chest underneath it into the ship itself. Not big enough for anything but a hand to reach into. It seems unlocked.
I hate that.
All right, I might come back to it, but seems like there's a latch in here that could open.
Okay, troubling. Chest 2.
Yeah, I don't want to like put my hand in it and then go, ah! Before.
Well, I mean, if we're going to be sticking our hands into random holes, we'll at least have all of us there together.
Sounds like a party. I'll move to the next.
There was no nice way to say that.
Chest number 2.
Did you try?
Same.
No, because I started to say it and I was like, well, we're
Well,
from this far.
Love it.
That's only a 15 for
Do you
that
add
one.
your proficiency to it using Thieves' Souls?
Yeah, well, so I'm doing sleight of hand.
Yes.
Am I adding the proficiency
Yes.
on top of what
Yes.
I've already got? Okay. Well, then that first one would have been a 19. This one will be a 17.
Fantastic. You hear another unclick of a lock, and you are able to open the lid of this chest. You're looking within. Okay. Within this chest, there seems
Remember
to
to go
be.
through the entire thing.
There seems to be. You probably can see about 5 layers of very small bottles. These glass bottles seem to have a plethora of different colored liquids within. Inky in their consistency, it seems, but none of them are labeled either. They seem to be corked, and they seem to have a small string that ties the cork to the bottom of the small bottles, which are yay big, only a few centimeters tall, and different colors for each layer. There are these dark blues, dark green, a red, and almost a goldy yellow, and a silvery one as well. So 5 layers. And there's for each layer, there's about 20 bottles.
Can I just pull one out and give it a bit of a sniff? Do I get like a herbal type of sense, like it's natural materials, or more like a chemical synthesis?
What color? And are you opening the cork?
I wouldn't open it.
Okay.
And it'd just be whatever the top layer is, just to.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
see if I can detect is it natural materials?
Sure.
Chemical, metal.
Without going any further into it, without rolling any more for any knowledge, you automatically gain a sense of metallic and chemical.
I don't know, these seem to be like alchemisty type smells, not like potiony.
No secret compartments.
I'll get in there and I'll try to, I guess, carefully not just rummage through these ones if they're glass and liquid. And so if it's layered, is it kind of like tied together, or I can pull out each layer?
You'd have to pull out each layer separately to be able to get to the second one and then the third.
Yeah. Look, I would slowly be going about that, trying not to make clinky glass sounds.
If you're trying to minimize sound, just make it dexterity, just one dexterity, please. As you carefully use your limbs to...
A 23.
Yeah, very little sound. There's hardly a clinking with this glass, and because they seem to be slightly separated and in their own little compartments, very easily you're able to take each of them out. But as you get to the bottom layer, that silvery layer, there's no latchy compartment underneath like the first chest. It's just the bottom of the chest, the wood. In fact, there's a small layer of like a wool, sort of some sort of suppression or to make sure that the bottles don't roll around too much.
Doesn't know. What do you think about? Should we take any of these or?
I think if we're coming back to check the compartment, we can just leave them for now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as in, we're going to put them back and leave them so that they don't think that maybe something's happened?
Correct.
Because I had to cut these wires, so I could probably make it look like it hasn't been opened, but they would know eventually.
Well, I mean, we're hopefully likely just going to be going back up, meeting up with everyone, and coming straight back down. Solve it all in one go.
Well, we don't even have to go up. We could just speak to...
Yes, that is also something we could do.
All right. Well, let's find out more, and then we can be like, hey, we did all the work. What did you do?
Sure, let's do that.
I just leave them out to the side at the moment then, if they're not in danger of falling over.
No, you've put them in placement that's secure.
And then we're going for box number 3. That's much better. Those unlocking things were 4s, by the way.
Oh.
So this one is a 29 without the class feature.
Goodness me. This one, though you sense that this one seems to be the most difficult with many more mechanisms than the other two, certainly something that someone does not want you to access, you unlock it in record time. And as you lift the lid of this chest, you notice that there's a manifest, folded up, or a couple of folded up sheets of paper, though you haven't unfurled them yet you don't know what's in there. They're just written letters and things that you're not really familiar with yet.
They are, you might be better at looking at these ones.
Should we swap spots for a moment? You can come and keep lookout and I'll have a look through the documents.
Yeah, I can see in the dark, so that might be good.
Yeah, okay, great. No.
Shimmies.
Shimmy through. Obviously try not to touch the bottles at any fucking cost. And yeah, I'll start having a flick through to see if I can find anything interesting.
Okay. Nothing really of note. Initially, you see that there's a parchment that relates to the time it will take to get from Vedikar to Korth, and any particular threats along the way in the air. You see a contract for the House Lyranda magicians, the wizards. Yeah. The wizards. So you see a contract about their hiring and their using the Cloud's Fury as a point of a job, as it were. You see Captain Winnemed's contract as well, and his essentially a contract of ownership of Cloud's Fury too. So it's all very official looking with with the Maraw holders, emblems and other signatures of dwarves you're not sure, you haven't heard of before, but there does seem to be this air of authority with these parchments that relate to councils and change of ownership when it comes to the airship and the purchase of the airship as well. It's an older piece of parchment too.
Any documents, as I'm kind of looking through and just running my eyes along them, any of them mention names I'm familiar with?
Yes. So you get towards the bottom of the chest, and you notice that there are there's a piece of parchment that pertains to the following, but not follow yet do not interact with these people, for they are persons of interest to House Thorani. And they read, these persons are known as Rin, Locke, Kailani, and Ivor Greta.
Cool.
You didn't make the cut, bro.
Add Annalise.
Write a name on this.
Starts
Persons of interest.
Yeah.
Persons of interest. Okay.
And you see a singular name at the bottom of them. It's not a letter per se, it's simply almost a form. But the name at the bottom is Kira Nole.
Keira Knightley.
Dude, that's what it auto-corrected to. Kieran Hartley.
Did it actually? Nice.
Okay.
Still my joke.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm gonna keep that one out.
Auto-correct
Okay.
joke.
Lila's name's not on there?
Hmm?
Lila's name's not on there? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, if I don't see any other documents that have names of my companions or people that
No.
we have interacted with or are familiar with, then I would place the rest of the documents back and keep that one out to the side for a bit. And I would look at, well, I don't need to look at you. I would speak in your mind and say, I found a document that basically says we are to be followed but not interacted with, as we are persons of interest.
Oh, we're pretty interesting.
Yes, that is correct. Now might be a good time to have the others come down this way.
All right, I'll speak to Locke.
Okay.
Like, hey, keep it cool. Don't do your weird eye thing and stare at anyone.
Hey, what's up? I can only stare at you.
Yeah, so like, I got into all
okay?
three of the chests.
Oh, you did? That's good.
One of them had a whole bunch of
No booby traps. I bet there was booby traps.
Yeah, I took care of it all. I'm very, very good.
Sorry.
One of them had some copper coins, but at the bottom there's like this little latch. I haven't opened it yet.
Tell me you opened up the latch.
No, not yet.
You should open the latch.
I wanted to talk to you first.
Oh, that's nice.
Just in case I died and I got to see you one more time.
Oh, that's lovely.
One of the other ones has all these like vials of these like liquids that smell like kind of like chemicals and metals.
Chemicals and metals.
Yeah, different colors. They're not like.
What's the color of the? Oh, they're all different colors.
Yeah, there's like.
Is there a blue one?
There's blue. There's about 100 in total, but there's blue, red.
Oh my god, there's a blue one?
Yeah, there's a blue one. There's gold.
How many blue ones?
There's 20 of each color.
Be careful of the blue ones.
What's the blue ones?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Have to wait.
What the fuck?
Are you
It's dangerous.
Are you a Thorani agent?
No, I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry, Ren.
I couldn't handle it if you
Things
betrayed
went
me.
swellingly, overly well upstairs.
I think if you
bit
betrayed
boring
me,
up
I
here
would
now.
go over the edge and I would kill everyone here. And then there's another one that had all these like books and stuff in there, but I got Kailani to read them, and she says there's one that's like, hey, follow but do not interact with these people because they're so totally awesome, and it had our names.
Really?
So totally
Like,
awesome.
yeah. Are you sure it said to who? Hang on, who read this to you?
Kailani.
I know you didn't read this. No offense.
Oh, jeez, all right.
You're getting good, but not that good yet.
Good.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like. Also, it had this name on it. It sounded like Kira Knightley, but it's like Kieran Solani or something.
Kieran Salami.
Yeah.
Can't even correct you because I'm not part of this conversation.
Hey, what was that name in your head?
Kira Noli.
It was Kira Nolly.
Kieran Noli.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pastry.
Guacamole.
Canola.
Free Shabbat,
Cannonoli?
Cannelloni.
Cannelloni.
Stop.
Why do I make up names? Why do I make up names? The butchery of my names that I make up, I swear.
Yeah, something like that.
Funnily enough, we discovered that name too on the manifest. Keira Knightley's on the ship.
Yeah, I would assume so. That if they're like
It's
Thorani people, do you remember seeing someone or hearing talking about Keira Knightley on the ship?
Okay, we need to hydrate to calm down. Take it back up.
Can we get the spelling of that name? So I stop doing this to you.
Say again, sorry?
Can we get the spelling of the name?
No.
Oh.
No, you can't. No. Butcher my names.
Yeah.
It is. It's spelled Kira.
Yep.
Nole.
You're wrong.
And then Selena.
Yeah, I know, but I spell everything phonetically.
And then
so that I
Selena.
can pronounce it.
Solino.
Yeah.
So Solino.
Because then I know how to
Selena.
say it.
Kieran.
That's not what I was picturing.
Kieran or... Yeah, I definitely didn't spell
Keira Knightley Selino.
Selena.
Selena Gomez.
Would I identify that as a female name or a male name?
You would...
If I had to guess.
If you're... Because your travels around the Talenta Plains had you skirt Valinor, a country the majority of these elves, you would identify it as an elven name, and it would be more likely male.
Oh, okay.
You've had Keira Knightley in your head, that's why.
Yeah. Well, that would... I'm assuming is an elf on the ship at the moment. Considering that we're all on this ship, along with Keira Knoll.
Shannon Knoll.
What about me?
Keira Knowley.
There's a little elf wing.
His been waiting down there.
Perhaps it would be prudent that we find this
This is a bard in the corner.
person on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to open this latch.
They might share something in common with us. If they're super cool too, like you said.
Well, no, we are. They acknowledge that, but they're supposed to watch but not interact.
Yeah, but this Keira Knoll is also on this list, right? Or is there a separate list?
Yeah, there's
people
like the sign-off name.
Oh, Keira Knoll signed off on this manifest.
Is that what it looked like?
As in, like, Keira Knoll Saloni. Salami is the Thorani person.
Right, so they wrote the letter.
I would assume so.
Okay, so they're interested in us.
Well,
that seems to be what the letter.
The Thorani people are.
Well, he must be Thorani then.
Yeah, that's what I've been getting at.
Yes, so I misunderstood. I thought that they shared a common interest.
Yeah, us.
Well, yes, I understand that now. Rin, shut up. Let me think. You're invading my mind. All right, well then.
Invading.
Perhaps we should finish up here and... Do we meet you down there, or you want to open up this latch first, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see what's in there.
If you've already gotten the information out of it, or if you've already found what's inside the chest, I doubt it's any importance that we get any more information out of the captain.
Yeah, what did you get out of him?
Well, that name, and that they're on the ship.
So we did much more than you in the same amount of time.
Right.
I'm staring off a bird.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't
the
know this was a
clouds.
contest, but I mean, opening locks is hardly difficult for you.
Yeah, I did it real quick. It was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Lani, we did so much more than them.
If I had to get you to read me the manuscript, though, that might have taken a lot more time.
Shut up.
Who are we speaking to then? Me or him?
Him.
Wrong call. No, not you. Not you.
Wrong line.
Anyway.
I don't know.
One team, one dream.
Do you think we should take all this stuff? Or like leave it here? Because I had to cut like these wires because they were booby trapped. So they probably know that they were opened.
I mean, if we're going to go talk to this Kira Nolly, will it matter?
I'm going to take it.
They would have figured out that we'd fingered them.
Sorry?
Isn't that what you say when you found out?
Somebody
that there's-
No.
Flip that.
Maybe
No. Fucking hell.
noir detective
Who's
thing.
doing- Who's doing what?
What the fuck?
Jesus, poor Kira Nolly.
Yeah. I think I could feel you trying to do
Didn't
that.
mean it
Are you
like that.
okay?
Didn't mean like that.
Down the
I
bottom.
felt you trying to do that to my brain before.
Yeah. Shit.
But the coins are probably not much because they're copper. I'll just take one in case.
Is that not unusual? Why would you have such a big chest? I mean, I haven't seen it, so.
Well, it like was hiding the latch. The latch isn't like big enough to like go into.
But this is also the one that you need to stick your hand into, right?
Yeah.
I'll stick your hand in there. Well, maybe don't do that. That sounds dangerous.
No, I'm gonna do it now because you're making it like.
Well, I
what
don't
are
know.
you-
You're the
you
expert
chick-
at this.
What are you, chicken legs? Like
well.
the house you live in? I'm gonna do it.
This under the house.
I'm gonna tip out the coins.
Hold on. You're watching the door.
Oh yeah. Hey, get out the way. I need to open the latch.
Why?
Because
No.
Locke's making me feel like I'm
Well,
a chicken if I don't.
No, you can wait.
I'm not a chicken.
You could. I know you're not. You're very clearly not a chicken. You can wait
More dog
until
adjacent.
they get down here, and we can do it together. You can still do it, but
What if them coming down here draws the attention of the...
what if you
Kira
stick your
Knightley
hand
person.
in there and some sort of monster erupts out of it, and then suddenly you're dead, and I have to fend for myself.
Yeah, but I don't want to be a live chicken.
Okay, well, here's some advice.
Rin,
I
are you
have
still
for
currently being a live chicken?
He's goading me into it.
Here's some advice I have for you. Grow the fuck up and invite them down here.
Whatever Kalani's saying, don't listen to her.
Do not put us in danger for the sake of pride.
Yeah, but this room's not big enough for like 5 people.
We will make do.
Hey, Kalani wants me to tell you to come down here, but it's not a very big room. Are there any elf people up there that look like Kira Knightley?
Okay, listen,
Is there any? Well, we're in the captain's cabins, aren't we?
No, you're in the still towards the front of the ship still.
Oh, we are.
But Captain Winnemid has taken his leave.
Oh, right. You said we're going to birds, right?
Hard watching.
And Lila's with you, also not really understanding what's going on, but
standing there staring at Locke, who's like,
more just looking over, waiting patiently for a response.
I'll say to the unless you were.
Hey, that cloud looks like Kira Knightley.
Oh, it really truly does.
no
It's
one
a
knows.
good-looking, it's a fabulous cloud.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You're familiar with Kira Knightley.
Yeah.
She really gets around.
What were you saying?
Oh yes, I think we've finished
It's
our
coming out of my ears.
synopsis of the incident and what we need to do. We've got Annalise on the manuscript. That's the wrong name, but
I am.
you know what I'm talking about.
On the. Sorry?
The
Manifest.
Manifest, that's it, yes. I think everything's squared off and paid for boarding. Is 30 gold enough?
Who are you asking?
Captain.
You've that transaction has been accepted and completed.
Good. I feel like everything is.
He's
done.
not with you
Yeah,
anymore. Though Lila does say, she asks if you have had any word from Rin.
Yes, Rin just told us some interesting bit of information.
You are just repeating it or leaving out anything?
Yeah, I'll just say interesting bit of information about what we spoke about before. Perhaps we could. Are there people around us?
No.
Okay, well, if I feel safe enough, I won't be yelling it, but
You should sing it.
I'll
The tune of Shannon Knoll.
Yeah.
turn to. Jeez, that would be difficult.
Well, there was tree
Well,
chest
there's
under
a-
the ship. they were all locked.
There was a little Kalani and Rin in
Okay.
the boat. They opened up all the chests. They got to the goodies. And Rin's lockpicking is never gonna stop.
I ain't ever gonna stop.
Lila.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was fucking terrifying.
I had to make up for that previous comment. It didn't go down so well.
Well,
Do you mention the name Kirinoli?
Yeah. Do you saw the name?
She nods and says, yes, I saw the same name. And
Are you aware of this? It means nothing to me. It's just stood out in comparison to all the...
likewise, I don't recognize who this is, but if they're on the manifest, be aware they are on this ship.
Well, yes. The other thing is that apparently we have caused some suspicion, and our names are also on a manifest downstairs, which she has signed off on. Or they have signed off on, I should say.
I would like to see this.
Yes.
to be fair, I don't think Rin specified.
They're asking for us to be downstairs. It's a little bit tight down there, though.
I think we should go regardless.
All right, let's head on down. I might have to wait in the other room. I'm already a bit bulky as it is. I don't want any other incidents.
She...
Take off your armor.
She takes her leave pretty quickly. She seems to be a little perturbed by what's going on, and she, especially on the hearing of that your names are on one of the pieces of parchment that was in a locked chest, she makes her way down to the room fairly quickly with you all behind, unless you want to do something different.
No, I'm happy to.
Yeah, okay. let's scooch.
Cool. You end up together in just outside the room. You can fit through this. It's a wide hallway, so you can fit up and towards the door specifically, but going into the room is going to be tougher because of how packed those barrels are and the chests.
Yeah, I'll just kind of loiter out front. I can still see them in there, right? It's not... Yeah.
You sure can.
I'll wave.
You're in your head, you'll hear, yeah, hello.
Yeah, it's just polite, whatever.
So you see the same thing, you sense the same air around you of this seafood in the area, in the barrels, but more particularly, the darkness of the room. And you have dark vision? Do you want to,
I do. Do I?
Perfect.
Yeah, I think. Yep. Where? Oh yeah, 60 feet. Nice.
Lovely.
Nice.
So you do also notice the intricacies of the chest lids being open, the potions on the side. You notice those things as well. The copper within one of the chests as well. You look over and you see the barrels being of the same material of that wood, that darker wood. The floor is wooden as well, but a different shade, the same lighter shade as the ship, and that low ceiling as well.
There's no labels on the potions or on the bottles. Sorry, not potions. The bottles are there.
Looking closer as you are you going into the room to find out? Yep. As you squeeze between barrels, you take a closer look. You smell the same sort of metallic-y, chemically type of scent coming from them. They're strong, even though the cork is on or are on each of these vials. Nothing would have you believe that they're labeled. No, there's no piece of paper, nothing written. Lila says, "Show me the parchment with your names on it."
Sure, but I'll hold it out.
Okay. As she reads it through, she takes a moment and then looks up, folds it. If there is a member, or if House Thorani themselves are interested in you, then it does not bode well. For what purpose, I'm not sure, and they've hidden themselves well because my protections seems to have not have helped. There may be things that you've done, perhaps in Vedikar, that have disturbed their plans, that have interrupted their goals.
It was that darned watermelon, wasn't it?
If they were doing things within the town that you had stopped, yes, they would probably have reported it back, and then perhaps other agents sent to see what your purpose was. I'd be careful in Korth, and I will hopefully put up more protections to help with this, to make sure that they don't follow. I'll do my best.
Do you sense anything at the bottom of this one with the coins in it?
She heads over to the chest, puts her hand over the top of that latch,
Put it in there.
closes her eyes for a moment, and opens them and says, there's nothing magical about this latch, no. Whatever's within is a non-magical thing.
Well, you wanted to open it?
Yeah. I can cure your wounds if you lose your hand.
I think let's not worry about that just yet. Let's just try opening it.
Do it.
Can we, are these, how high is that even an observation you could make? Is seeing the size of the chest, there's a latch on top of it. How much room does this latch take up? Does it seem less deep than the other size chests because of the latch? There's a hidden...
The latch seems to be a part of so at the base, the very base of the chest.
Yeah.
And there doesn't seem to be any space between, no.
Can you move the chest?
Can I move the chest?
It's heavy, but you indeed can move it, yes.
Yeah, I'd help him if he was trying.
No problem. It's especially without with the small amount of copper coins there are in this chest, it moves quite easily. Slides across until it hits one of the other barrels and stops. You moved it less than 5 feet.
There's nothing underneath it.
Well, the latch is. It seems to now, you seem to now realize that the chest has a small square hole, and the latch is now in the wood of the ship.
Right.
Well, that bodes well.
All right.
Why would you cut a hole in a chest to hide a latch?
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe so it didn't break.
What if this is going to drop the floor out from underneath us? They're like, haha, they'll find a latch and then they'll be like, I wonder what else is here.
Well, how about you find out?
Takes a step back.
I'm glad. I'm in the other room actually. So
You're in the hallway looking in.
Can I look around the room, even if it means moving some of these fishy barrels and whatnot out, and see if there's any other components to this latch?
Ultimate trapdoor.
Yeah, components to the latch, or seams, as if there's a door in the floor or something like that.
If you want to move some of these barrels, you would have to make strength checks for them.
I would help him as well.
Even so, you can make your own strength checks then, but not to advantage. They are heavy. Though they are sealed completely.
I'm strong.
Nice.
Not with that roll.
6.
10.
The barrels don't budge. As you move them, they're quite bottom heavy, and as you do start to shuffle them a little bit, and you hear water, sort of as though they're just filled with water, completely. And you go to a second barrel, try and move that same thing. They are heavy with liquid.
Without moving barrels, then, is there any way to kind of maneuver between them, or even peer over some to see if there are any seams in the floor?
Yeah, definitely. You can make investigation check if you want to. Another one, if that's what you're looking for.
That's a 6.
Yeah, in the dimness that is this room, you don't see any other seams. You don't see any other latches, any other hooks or mechanisms that you would imagine would be considered a trap or part of another larger mechanism.
I can't see anything. I think we're actually relatively safe.
Alright. Does the latch look like if I tied rope around it and we stood outside of this small room in the hallway, I could pull it to lever the latch?
Yeah, you could. There's a little hook within. Absolutely, you can.
Damn latches.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to stick your hand in it because you're very brave.
Yeah, that's when I thought there was a chest around it.
Okay.
Alright, how about I tie the thing and you stand in the room while I pull it?
No, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
I'll do that. I've got that
Also make sure
silken
you-
rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna move out the room.
Okay.
Also,
Into
you
the
too,
hallway.
Lila.
Yeah.
She's cautious and she moves out with you, though she holds onto the rope when you have it held, and she asks if you need a hand. You tie it successfully, and you step outside the room. The rope is taut, and it's ready to use if you need.
Alright.
All right. As Lila and yourself pull the rope, you hear a snap as the latch lid opens and claps against the wood of the ship and breaks with the strength.
Oh, good one.
And as you pull the rope a little more, the small top of this latch is pulled towards you, leaving a square gap of a couple of hands length and width open in the floor. Nothing else happens.
Go on. You won't.
Yeah, I will. I'll put on the brave face, but like very cautiously approach and
He's really so easy to force into doing anything. You just have to say, you won't do it.
You wouldn't do it.
Poor Rin.
Yeah, you won't.
and I'll see if I can look in the
All right, as you
space to begin with.
Sure. As you look into the space where, which was what was left, you notice that there is a tinge of red, a reflection, and as you look down, you see a ruby.
Ooh.
It's the size of your hand, resting neatly just underneath the floor of the ship. Wrapped around the hand. Wrapped around the ruby is a hand. Wrapped around the ruby is a hand, though nothing else is attached to it. It's a hand that is holding this ruby with strength, it seems. This hand is made of stone, and it is cut off very, very smoothly at the wrist. There's nothing else remarkable so far that you can see about this hand. This ruby is massive and probably worth a very, very large sum of money. Though it doesn't glow, it doesn't show up with anything magical like Lila has said. It looks very much like a ruby. Multifaceted, many sides carved.
What's in there?
I can't quite see just yet. Can I try to lift it out?
It's heavy, but you do. You lift the ruby and the hand comes with it.
Alright. Is anything actually weird happening?
You sense nothing different. No, you don't feel any movement, you don't see anything untoward. You lift this and there's nothing else that you understand is happening rather than this treasure appearing in your hands.
With my back still to them. Okay. Yes, master. I will get them when they sleep. And then I'll turn around and be like, oh, hey, I just found this in the hole.
Did anyone else hear that?
He sounded quite evil, did he not?
What? What's he talking about?
Are you evil?
No, I just found this hand. It's totally done
Pull out
nothing.
my crossbow.
What are you doing?
Lila immediately puts her hand out towards you as well, and with a serious tone, she utters a couple of words under her breath, and power flows through her hands, and a wind rushes past her, and you feel your senses disoriented for a moment. And she smiles a little. And
What's that all about?
A simple detect thoughts. You're an idiot, Rin.
Well, yeah, but that still has nothing to do with this hand that I found. Yeah, Lani,
He was jesting.
why don't you touch it?
The egg back in your pocket.
I think you should hold it.
I'm okay, thank you. What's with the hand?
It's just in the hole.
No, your hand.
It's holding the hand that's holding the ruby.
Have you heard anything of this before?
Yeah, why don't you just hold it?
She reaches out to try and take the ruby from you.
Yeah, here, you take it. Wink at Erin.
She gives you this confused look and takes it with both hands, weighs it in her hands and says, I can only assume this is going to be used as some sort of conduit for magic, or it's a reward for someone, or would be a reward for someone.
What's with the hand?
That is the unknown. I'm not quite sure.
Is it humanoid?
The hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks it.
Can we tell what type of humanoid?
The long, slender fingers make you understand it's probably, again, elvish in appearance. The fingernails are carved to be smooth and not claw-like. It looks like a smooth, youngish hand without any carvings of wrinkles. It's quite intricate.
Okay.
She continues, and Lila says it could have actually once been part of a complete statue, potentially.
Right.
Perhaps a stolen piece, perhaps one that is destined to be traded for when we get to Korth.
We don't have any use for this, surely. I understand the temptation behind maybe selling something like this and earning money, but is this really worth drawing the attention of House Thorani?
Well, I mean,
Further than we already have, of course.
we should actually be asking about that.
You look curious about it. Maybe if you hold it, you can get a closer look.
Rin, shut the fuck up. Please, I will not hold it. The hand is unsettling.
It's all stone, isn't it?
The hand is, yes.
Yeah, I mean, off of what Lila said, am I aware of any statues with this jewel that may have...
You can make another history check if you'd like.
Been stolen to be hawked on the black market. 21. Yeah,
21
17.
for that?
21 for that.
Plus 10.
Plus?
21.
Yeah.
What is happening?
She saw my sheet and I got 91.
Ah.
91.
Did you say 91?
I said 21.
21.
I said, what's 9 plus 10?
Ah,
21.
21.
You're stupid.
Yeah, I am.
Goodness.
Sorry.
No.
That's fine.
Memes.
There's...
You're a meme.
I know. Thanks.
Oh,
Free
there we go. Where am I? Bear with me for a moment while I bring this up. There's there's a statue that generally always has a stone lookalike of a jewel or an expensive item in his hands, and this god is one called Koran. He's a god of trade and wealth.
You say cold Koran?
Kol, K-O-L, space, Koran, K-O-R-R-A-N.
Cold Koran.
As you look a little bit closer at the hand, now that you are aware of that information.
And sorry, you said he was a god of...
God of trade and wealth.
Trade plus wealth. Yeah.
And generally a god of trickery. This... You see a very fine carving within the outer part of this hand now that you look a little bit closer at it, Locke. It's one that does confirm your belief that this is indeed from the same sort of statue. It's of a 9-sided gold coin. This small carving within. It's not a gold coin that's a common universal gold coin in Corvair. This is specifically the emblem or the mark of this god. But it's unknown that these statues would have an actual treasure within.
Do the you said there were a couple coins in the chest, Jess?
Yeah.
Can we have a look at those as well?
Yeah, they're just there. So
I'll come in then, I guess.
Yep.
Just after what I've learned, the copper coins, do they have the 9-sided thing on it as well? There's
No,
generally copper coins.
they don't. But are you doing any sort of what are you doing with them?
I guess just because of the unusualness of that particular statue and just random coins in there. Is there something more significant to the coins than?
Yeah, make an investigation check. Are you still? Who's still holding
Okay.
this? You're still holding that.
Oh, I'm with Lila.
Yeah, Lila.
yeah, Lila.
I'll use my cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
You. 19.
19. Okay. Looking a little closer at these coins, each of them, as you hold them, instinctively you sort of move them within your fingertips, and each of these copper coins now start to smudge. And you notice that there's a layer of, it could be paint, it could be some sort of coloring over the top of them. And there's underneath that coloring, you can now see that though still round and the shape still stays the same, there are faces on each of these coins. These faces depict different people you don't recognize. But the color shifts to a gold. They're in fact small versions of normal gold coins that you'd find around Corvair, but for these unique faces on each.
So we've got the manifest there with the names on it. Lila, do you have access to... Well, firstly, I should probably ask, do I know what prestidigitation does?
Yeah, you do.
How many coins are there?
There must be...
There's not much, but there's...
I have one.
100 or so?
Yeah.
Yep, 100 or so.
I had an interest on the... I guess, who was the last one to look at the manuscript out of you two?
The manifest of the people on the ship?
Yeah,
I had it.
Or the one with your names on it?
Ones with our names on it.
I had it, and then I gave it to Lila to have a look at.
Yeah, Lila has it again.
Sorry, I never saw that manifest.
She hands it to you without a word.
Is it just our names on there?
So it has Rin, Locke, Kailani, and Ivor. Yeah.
And
No,
that's it.
Annalise.
There's no other random names on there? Okay, so...
Sorry,
the
Al.
coins aren't related to what's on the manifest.
It's hard to tell if there's any connection at the moment from what you've seen so far.
Just a hunch. Could you quickly clean all these coins from the smudging with prestidigitation?
Lila steps forward and with that low tone again, but
Present
different
the one
words.
that I have from my pocket. As
Sure.
well.
She forms light and warmth around these coins, and you see within the chest, they all seem to then disperse of that copper color, and they move to be gold, and each have now a different face on them. The copper, that copper coloring now dried and at the bottom of the chest.
Rin, if you don't mind, you've got a keen eye for art.
Sorry, what did you say?
Keen eye for art.
Oh, and that's not what I heard. But let's continue.
Help me quickly shuffle through these coins. See if I don't know. You can find any coins with our faces on it, or anybody we know.
Investigation.
Do just that.
Do you want me to do too, or
If you're looking as well, sure.
Pew.
About.
20.
Ready 20?
21.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Competition. Class feature. 25.
I could be completely wrong about this, but
As you sift through the coins,
yes, looking if there's any known or I'm suspicious on us, but anyway, it looks familiar.
you notice now quite quickly that there are in fact familiar faces, though each coin is unique. There's not one coin with the same. There's not two coins with the same face on it. These faces seem to be almost. They're almost side on. So it's a little hard to recognize them, but you have this understanding that there are a couple of people that are on these that you do recognize. Frinkle, for example, the dwarf, Frinkle Fireforge, the House Jurasco dwarf who gave you those gifts. You see, you almost recognize a couple of other people, random people that you've seen in passing in Vedica. You notice Captain Troon's face is on one of them. And you notice that each of your faces are on one as well.
Including Lila and Annalise.
Lila and Annalise.
I get one.
Hey, you got a coin. Do you want your coin?
Yeah.
I don't think this is a good thing, to be honest.
You might not have made the list, but you've made the coin. And
Yeah.
that's
That's
what
good.
matters.
Yeah.
Moving up in the world.
Put that in a different pocket to where the egg
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Coin plus egg. What does this mean? Does anyone know?
Did we coin collectors now?
Considering what
Ow.
a couple of this is just me jumping to conclusions. Considering what we know of House Tirani,
Serrano.
Gwen Stefani.
Sopranos.
Also that the statue, I'm not sure if you knew this, kind of aligns with their MO. That's the hand of Korth, which is a god of trade and wealth, but is also known primarily as a god of trickery, which seems to be underneath House Tirani's wheelhouse. What I am slightly worried about is perhaps the coins are maybe used to be shared out amongst people in House Tiny for us to be murdered.
But if we keep our own coins, then they won't get the coins with our faces on it.
Well, yes.
That's a good
I'd
point.
imagine that these are supposed to be used in locating what we look like secretly. Whether or not they want to kill us, I have no idea. But
Well, I
gathering
mean,
what we know of their house, potentially.
The instructions are follow yet do not interact. We're just persons of interest. I don't know if they're jumping straight to murder.
Interesting though that how Captain Troon was on there as well, considering what has befell him.
Hey,
No pun intended.
I pushed him off a cliff.
Oh,
Yeah, just poor choice of words. Apparently I do that often.
was he not a good guy?
No, terrible. Well, yes, he was terrible.
Can you make a deception check if that's okay, please? And you can make an insight check, please, to see whether Kailani is hiding something in her words.
Spaghetti-er.
Obviously this is speculation though, and I'll look to Lila.
Ugh. It's sorry.
That's all right.
Well, that's a 2, so I don't know if I even. What was I rolling again?
If she rolls
Insight.
lower, yeah.
I rolled a 15, so.
So insight is a -2.
So 0? Excellent.
0 insight. I believe everything you say.
Yeah, everything Kalani says
Absolutely.
right now, you are.
Super
I believe.
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He
Well, that's
was-
fine then. I think.
Yes. He also was holding a weapon at us for quite some time.
Yep.
I didn't.
Did you get stomach rumbles?
No.
I get that on the stream.
Thinking about crispy.
I think it's this airship.
Yeah, it's the fish in the.
Yeah, it's
I heard
something
something in
yeah.
But
It's the pocket egg. It's
Well,
like
maybe
a
it's become alive.
Tamagotchi.
You mentioned that the ruby might be used as a conduit for magic.
Yeah, it's valuable enough.
What type of magic would use something like that?
It could be anything. It doesn't really depend on the type of jewel per se. Sometimes it depends on the value. And this is a very large version of that. So powerful magic. Even something that the 12 may use. This is only really controllable by powerful beings. So my understanding is it's being transported for trade to someone very powerful in Korth.
Well, hear me out. Why don't we just throw it off the ship?
Yeah,
Don't just throw something like that off.
I'll take care of that.
Well, if we do, then, it likely shatters into pieces.
Priceless bit of
No one can use
artifact.
it.
Oh, Kailani's right. I'll do that.
No, Kalani is not right.
Hey.
I mean,
might
it's a good suggestion, but I don't think that's the right thing to do. Surely, Lila, you would respect some.
I'll think in your head. I'm not going to do it. Of course I'm not going to do it. I'm going to break the stone hand off it, and then I'm going to keep the friggin' jewel.
I'll talk to you again. That stone hand's a part of a statue of God.
Not my god.
Not my god.
Lila says, I wouldn't expect that the person who this is for is particularly. We cannot judge who this is for. It could be, in fact, for a member of the administration for something good. Should we take the risk? I don't know, but I would hazard a guess if it's from a member of House Thorani or from them proper, it's probably for something a bit more nefarious. I feel like if we simply throw it off the ship, it may kill someone below because it is quite weighty. It could also...
Imagine that death by giant ruby.
Some poor
Here
farmer
lies
is just-
Steve.
Someone else is getting shat on by the
Yeah.
hanging out the side of the boat. Someone else gets a hand and a ruby chopped on him.
A string of crimes have been committed over the forest.
Because we clearly don't
Keep your
understand
eyes to
how,
the
like,
skies.
waste over the ship works.
Whole bunch of signs in Korth now. Don't throw your waste off of ships.
It could also be.
Boeing built the ship.
Brought into the wrong person's hands, and they may use it for their own reasons that are outside of our control. We may leave it in the wrong hands if we throw it overboard.
What sort of spells could you cast using something like this? You say, like, immensely powerful, value of the jewel is the important part. What kind of things?
Generally speaking, things that are of evocation, potentially devastating fire spells, things that you
oh
would...
my gosh, the fire.
Things that would offer
together now
some illegal teleportation options across the world. Things that would spells that may be able to control someone for a very long period of time. You could find protection spells, shields that you could encase yourself in and provide protection for a very long time. It varies.
Right. Okay.
So should we leave it here? That there is a possibility of us following the
I was going to
path?
say, can't you locate it?
I can. I've seen this now for some time. If I study it for a small time longer and we then leave it here, I may be able to track it.
Well,
should we set this back up then?
Well, I had to disarm the traps, which meant I cut a little wire. So they're going to know that they've been opened.
Well, I can help that with mending.
Well, I was just thinking, did you see any other random names on that manifest?
I mean,
Just write a note saying like
I owe you
Samuel was here.
XOXO. No, we can't throw someone else under the bus.
What's a bus?
Airbus.
I knew Boeing made these.
no, I wouldn't know. You told me the names, so no, nothing else.
Hmm?
No, I didn't learn any other names than the one.
Oh, what about these vials? Do you know what they are?
Oh yes, you're the magical one.
Lila shakes her head at that and says, these vials are unfamiliar to me. I don't really dabble too deeply into the alchemist side of things. Perhaps we need to take a sample or two of this and seek out an alchemist in Korth.
I mean, I have an alchemy kit. I could probably transfer some, but I must admit it's just there for just in case. I'm not very talented.
No, if you have them, we can use your kit. The likelihood is though that we'll simply find out what they are and then do what with them.
Well, they'll probably be gone by now. We can't take them all.
Well,
Maybe.
we've already like cleaned up all these coins and whatnot, so we've left a trail. That boxes have been open. Why don't we just take everything and confront this person?
Well, they are on the ship. I just don't know where.
I
'Cause
don't think it's wise to confront someone in the air. Forgive me, but after the orc battle, I'd prefer to have our next one on land.
And I mean, regardless now, we've messed with it too much, so it's going to be obvious that it's been tampered with.
Maybe so, but not necessarily by us.
I mean,
Could be any drunken...
they could have been watching this whole thing. Apparently, they were supposed to be watching us.
Well, yes, also that, but if we have an opportunity to, we don't need these vials for anything, and we certainly don't need those coins.
Maybe we just take one vial of each color.
I want my coin.
Take your coin. Keep in mind, though, if you have it on you, and this goes for you too, and they have the same magic that Lila does, then it's very easy to find us immediately.
So we just swap coins.
Yeah, no.
That's a great idea.
It's an endearing idea, but...
Lila says that is a loyal thing to do. It would put them off track, certainly, but if we're going to be traveling together anyway...
Do you know what we could do? How many names are on that manifest? Like, how many passengers are on this ship?
You recognize that there were about 60 or so.
Yeah.
But how about I get like 60 coins, and I'll do what I was used to do in Shan. I'll go and sneak them on all the passengers. And that way, if they try to look for us, they'll be like, people everywhere.
That's a lot of people. I mean, the side of that...
And
though,
also,
is
what if they hunt them down? They don't know what we look like, right? Well, they do.
They do, 'cause
actually.
of
It's
the
on
coins.
the coins, yes.
But it'll be like the nice
Talk
little,
about that later.
nice little like,
for them,
hey, screw you moment if they like track them down. They're like, there, just a coin. Oh, that's Rin's face. He got me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Lila. But to locate us, they would have to be familiar with the coin, correct?
That is one way, yes. There are other ways to locate something.
And they couldn't be possibly familiar with the coin proper if it's being already coded in something. It looks different.
Unless they coated it themselves, and...
Oh, that's a possibility.
Only the maker could also be the tracker.
Right.
But the chances of that are quite small.
We could just throw the coins off the side of the ship.
You're worried about like the Ruby killing someone. Like 200 coins are raining
No,
down.
not all of them, just our ones. It's the ones with our faces.
Yeah, but then if it does kill someone, then they'll be like, hey, who is this?
What one singular coin is going to kill someone?
Do you know how this works?
Well, obviously not, or I wouldn't be suggesting it.
I'm from a village in a forest, and I know about terminal velocity.
A pine coin falls in the forest, and it hits you in the head.
Ow.
Yes.
They're so small.
So are the bullets that you shoot into people.
Yes.
They're
Correct.
moving pretty fast through the air.
Yeah, but not falling out of the sky fast. Much faster.
Pretty fast by the time it gets to the bottom.
It will hit something on the way.
Bird.
A bird. Oh.
Maybe a chicken. Yeah.
I don't know. We've been in this here like hallway for like
Yeah, we
half an
should
hour.
probably-
So what are we
I
gonna
think we
do?
just leave them. I think we leave the coins. We leave the I know. I'm sorry. We leave the vials. We leave the ruby. We leave everything. Yes, they're going to know.
Ivor would want his coin.
Ivor is shitting out of a window.
What if one of the vials is like a Metamucil?
But hear me out.
What?
If we can track the ruby, then we can track the rest of this. We can get it later.
But what if somebody else gets the coins and then they're like, that's who I need to kill?
Well,
Or
there's
what if they
four of
go,
us then.
hey,
What, five
all
of
this
us?
shit's been tampered with. I'm not gonna take that ruby. Where
There's 6 of us versus one person.
I think we should keep the ruby.
I don't think we should keep the ruby. I'm sorry, but it's like a big marker as to, hello.
yeah, but
I
they're
doubt
already watching us anyway.
I probably don't know that.
Yeah, but we're still only persons of interest. We're not actually targets.
I'm not.
Well, you have a coin, so that could be changing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though, right?
Yep.
We're not criminals, and we're not targets of a we're not targets of a assassination plot just yet. Let's keep it that way and find out who has done this, track them down with Lila's magic, and then I know it's not as exciting and not as fun, but it's smarter.
Lila, can you hide?
Easily.
Sorry, I should complete the sentence.
She like ducks behind a barrel.
Might you be able to hide this hand with magic?
I hide just the hand, not the ruby?
Well, and the ruby.
Hide all.
Yeah.
You mean make them invisible, or
Well, as in, so it looks like our biggest worry at the moment is if someone
tries to track the
tries to
ruby?
track them. Yeah.
You're wanting us to be shielded from tracking, essentially. I can.
Do we?
Do that with the coins, but then put a tracker on the ruby so that we know where the ruby's going. But stop
Yeah.
the coins from being tracked so we can keep our coins without, because my coin's pretty cool.
Well, I just had an epiphany.
My
And
eyes don't
I-
look like that. My eyes don't look like that.
This is a DM question. How am I familiar with the locate object spell?
You know about it.
Do I?
You haven't learnt it. You don't know the intricacies of how to cast it.
Would I know that without reading it? I'm pretty sure. You can't locate things inside lead objects.
You would make me an Arcana check to see how much you know of that particular.
Arcana.
I got a nat 20
Oh.
for a 20 or a 27.
Yes, you absolutely are aware that lead is one certain way to help prevent tracking of something if one thing was encased. What you also are aware is that you are aware of a divination spell, abjuration, apologies, that prevents divination magic such as tracking spells. It's a medium to powerful spell called non-detection. It lasts a number of hours. Actually, you're pretty sure it's about an 8-hour duration to prevent something from being tracked by magic.
That would almost be more draining than having if we had access to a leaden box of some description.
Not necessarily. A leaden box is probably worth more to purchase than the components of this spell. The spell.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the spell needs diamond dust, of about 25 gold pieces worth, as far as you can remember. A lead box of that size can run in the hundreds of gold pieces.
Also, this hand's actually fairly big as well. All right. I can't cast it, so it's not much help, but a spell of non-detection would be able to help us block it for up to 8 hours.
Lila nods and says, there is one place that we are going very shortly that we may be able to find a scroll for this. The administration could allow us access to that sort of spell.
What, after or before you resign?
Of course before. Though even after, people are... there are places to shop for scrolls such as this at the administration just from the public. The public can go in and purchase scrolls, one-off spells, though these spells are generally safe to use, and they're not going to sell hazardous or dangerous spells. Non-detection is a safe spell.
I mean, I might be able to scribe some more copies of it at a cheaper rate after.
It'll only last for like a third of a day.
Well, I mean, the hard part would be if they know that we have it or where it is. They're not going to know that it's actually us that has it. We can't break that location until we get off the ship, which they already know that it's here. In which case, holding on to it, I think, might be more advantageous. Because if we leave it here, most likely whoever knows that it's here is going to remove it.
I don't know. I don't know anything about magic, so.
Lila?
We are in danger either way.
Yes.
I mean, we're in danger now. This is the danger zone. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Apologies, Kalani, but I say we keep it.
Why are you apologizing?
Then we keep it, says Lila.
And the coins. With our faces, or not.
Well, then we may as well keep the vials as well. And just be like, hey, fuck you, Kira Knightley.
Is there a pink one?
And House Tarani.
I will keep my coin, but I'm not carrying any of that.
No, we'll just give it to Ivor. He loves carrying around gold.
No, I mean like the vials and all of that.
Course,
You
yes.
can all carry them yourself.
Perhaps over the time that we're here, we can investigate the vials a bit more.
I wonder if
That's the other thing. You are aware we're about to be on this ship for a week.
Well, yeah, it's not like we can go anywhere.
Yes.
And then for the next day or two, we find out who's. I'm trying, Mikau. I'm so sorry. Kira Noel Salino is.
Kira Noli.
I don't know if it works this way, but I've only ever taken stuff out of this pouch. Maybe if I put something in there.
What pouch?
You know, this one.
A magic pouch.
Pull out
Pulling.
a random thing from the treasure trove pouch.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll be able to pull it out on command or what would happen, but maybe if we put it in there, they like locate object and it's not. I don't know where that goes to, but.
Could you pull him back out though?
I don't know. Let's try it with something.
Pick another random coin.
Yeah.
I was just gonna. Is there anything sitting on like a hammer or something sitting on the?
A hammer?
Why don't you just grab a rando's coin?
Yeah, there's no
tools or anything in here.
No tools, no.
Grab the coin.
I don't know.
Not one of our coins, just a.
When I reach in there, can I feel what I'm grabbing, or is it just like a random? So if I feel, is there maybe something with like a distinct shape?
Oh, if only we had a chest full of other coins.
Yeah, but there's already like lots of coins in here, so it might be hard to like see if we're picking up the right one.
The egg. The pocket egg.
slowly pulls out this
Yeah, right.
gross ass egg and hands it over.
It's now quite squishy and yeah,
Hey, thank you for your
warm.
Sitting falling apart.
thank you for your gross egg.
You're so welcome.
I'm gonna put the
gross.
gross egg in the pouch, and then I guess close it, and then open it again, and I'll put my hand in and feel around to see if I
You
can
feel
feel
squishy egg.
gross egg. I'm gonna take the gross egg out. I wonder if it's gonna disappear in 10 minutes.
Right, because it's supposed to disappear after a...
Well, it'll go back in there, but I don't know if because we put it in, will it do
You'll
that?
do the same thing.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh.
Thank you.
Nom, nom, nom.
Nom, 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 nom.
Well,
You're quite thirsty there, Rin.
Yeah, and I'll just have to stop for a minute.
That's okay.
Right.
We've been down here for a little bit now.
Speaking of which, this will take 10 minutes to test.
Yeah.
Could either risk it and put everything in this little pouch, and then maybe we can only hold
Just
it.
keep an eye out for the next.
How about,
5 minutes.
why don't we do this? We keep one of every colour in someone's person, chuck the other ones in the... That way we...
In someone's person.
Oh, you
on
mean
someone.
the vials?
Yeah.
Are we taking all of them?
Well, I guess so. That's what you wanted to do, wasn't it?
And I thought we could just store stuff in here, but if we're taking it, let's just take stuff and leave. We've messed up this area too much.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm taking my coin. I'm
I
not
want a
taking
pink one if
anything
there's a
else.
pink one.
Is there a pink one?
A pink?
Vial.
Well,
No. There's yellow gold, silvery, a blue inky one, a red inky one.
I'll take the silver one.
Yeah.
all right.
So one of them.
There's like,
Do you want to write that down in your
there's like
inventory,
20 of
please?
each colour.
I'll just write it.
So
in
just
the
write in the note or in your inventory which one you take.
How big are these vials?
Only a couple of centimeters tall.
Man, I'll just take one of every colour.
Okay, write it down.
So it's gold, silver, blue.
I don't know if this is actually going to add. Are you itching to fix this because I'm...
What other colours?
A greeny inky one.
Green ink or
Yeah.
green and ink? Green ink.
Both. Greeny ink. And your Lila starts to shuffle out of the room now as the decision has been made.
If you're only taking one each, I'm just going to have 18 of each colour.
So there's only 4 colours in total.
Gold, silver, red, blue,
Oh,
green.
red.
5.
Red, yeah, okay.
do you want me to also add the coin?
Yes, please.
You can do it that way. Yeah, I'll just take my coin and nothing else.
Okay. Who's carrying the ruby out?
You can take that, Rin.
Can I just like try and smash the stone hand off it? Or does it just come out of the stone hand, or is it like gripped by the stone hand?
It seems to be gripped.
Yeah, can I try and break the stone off?
Yeah, as you fit your hand within.
Perhaps I should take that.
You're still doing it?
Yeah.
Yep. It
He's probably
crumbles.
doing it as he's like, I would have been doing it for you
Yeah.
to say that. So
It crumbles. So yes, the fingers just disintegrate, and with enough strength, no need for a check. The hand itself just falls to the ground in pieces, leaving no marks on the ruby.
Wow.
I guess Belenor's hand probably wouldn't have done that.
I'll find out when I get to your shrine.
I don't care. I don't need to do shrine stuff. I just do it.
Can I cast mending on it?
You certainly can if you'd like.
I'll give it a shout.
Yeah, if are you taking the ruby, or are you just?
Well, he's taking the ruby.
Mm-hmm. Are you trying to repair the hand?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, without a problem. You see the. Oh, thank you, Liam.
Draw.
Thank you very much for
Thanks
that.
for the raid.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody from Liam Draws. Tell us what you were doing. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. We are Fate Script. We stream live every Tuesday evening, 6:45 p.m. AEST. We welcome Jeannie, our new cast member. Well,
Jeannie.
Thank you so much for joining.
It's just a amoeba back.
Yeah.
And as we find you all starting to walk out, the hand mends without a hassle. That small spell brings the pieces of stone, making up the fingers, the fingernails, together once more. And glueless, it shimmers together and forms as though it was holding the ruby in its grasp.
I'll take the hand.
Okay.
I've got you, Kalkora.
What?
Kol Koran.
Kol Koran. Can't say your name.
So where are you heading to?
Should we just go back up to where we were earlier?
Seek out the rest of the day, says Lila.
Yeah, maybe go have a drink or something.
I like that idea.
This was thirsty work.
I guess we got
After doing all the important things. Me and Annalise did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we got to keep an eye out for like an elf or something now.
Well, yeah, I didn't get any description of them, but we know that they're here. And there's not too many elves.
Well, I certainly haven't seen any aside from you.
Maybe
I
we should
haven't
ask.
seen anyone either.
You have
Perhaps
like
we should-
elf
You guys.
senses. Can you just sense them? That was a joke.
Turns out it wasn't.
I don't know. No.
Okay, great.
Okay. You guys go ahead. I'll catch up.
Okay. Maybe go and hide that coin in your, I don't know, wherever you're sleeping. You should probably also both go and hide your shit. Maybe that's what we do. Let's go freshen up, hide our shit, and then meet wherever the common drinking area is. Okay, great.
As you all, for now, part ways, I will, for the purposes of the evening, say goodbye to all but Jeannie.
Oh,
please.
you're in here by yourself. Get ready.
I'll-
Wow, on our second episode, that's mean. Have a good night, everyone. Namaste.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll just be sitting out there.
Yeah, just hang for a couple of minutes.
Oh man.
As,
Jeez.
Hope you like cheese.
Good night.
I do actually.
me.
I think I'm lactose intolerant, but cheese is good.
Just letting
do a grilled
Jordan
cheese
out
sandwich.
for a moment while, and then we'll reconvene in a second.
Thanks for no Molly's going.
Thank you.
Molly, no.
Oh, stressy spaghetti.
Hey, Annalise.
Hi. Wait, are we still streaming this or?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Hello.
the voice interrupts your travel back up into the main thoroughfare of the ship. You recognize this voice. It is kind, supportive. You feel a feeling like the prickle at the back of your neck, but not uncomfortably so. It's like invisible hands holding your shoulders. And you recognize that feeling, that guidance of the protector. And with that voice, you're pointed back towards the room with the barrels within and the chests. And you see your new fast friends leave. And instinctively being guided by that request, you make your way back into the room where you shut the door behind you. In the stillness of this space, you no longer smell the scents that encased the barrels, but you see something anew. From the barrel lids, you see small plants start to grow. Stalks, then leaves, then vines and thorns, as an entire garden starts to emerge as though the lids of the barrels are the earth, and quickly they form and strangle each other in a gentle puzzle these vines around each other, flowers start to open up and grow and bloom into yellows and reds and blues. These roses. Maintaining no particular shape, but the voice returns. In your mind, you hear Annalise. It has been some time. Forgive the delay. You proceeded well with the prophecy of the wildfire. Your experience while you were being watched was one of discomfort. You will be rewarded well for warning the orcs of the impending doom. How do you fare?
I'm okay.
I understand we commune normally while you rest. I have changed our course. I have changed yours. A new task is revealed to us. You have gained much experience through your travels, met many, but none so special as the people around you now. My vision does not allow me to see far beyond the next while. But I do know that your destiny lies in their footsteps. Coupled together, you can do much with them. I see us saving many with their help. I ask that you continue your journey with them. You will be protected by me. Even now I see others interested in you for nefarious reasons. The coin.
Should I keep the coin?
Even as you speak to the protector, the vines, the flowers, they form something now. They form a majestic face with particular parts that you can discern as eyes and a handsome nose and mouth that seems to move as though mumbling, not speaking, but when you hear the protector's voice, the lips move. And one of many forms that you have noticed from this protector. As he says, there is magic at hand I am unfamiliar with here. A clouded future for you. Keep the coin, though I know not its purpose yet. Speak not of your visit to me, to your companions. I do not want them to be alarmed or leave you in the shadows in concern for the move ahead.
Okay.
Child, what do you need of me
Nothing at the moment. Just make sure that, like, you're not too far away in the future if things do start to go south. Not literally south, but...
You know I am always near. Though not in this form, the animals watch. The insects watch. Those lives weave through the power I hold over forests and even cities. My vision reaches far. There are some places in Korth that the magic is too strong for me to break their barrier. Should you venture into their domains, you may be unprotected, but I trust in your power. I trust in your ability, and now, with your companions, you can do so much.
How will I know if I'm going into those places?
You've always had a sense that I was near. In those places, for a time you may feel more alone than you ever have. It is not a feeling that I wish upon anyone. There is a discomfort to it. But know that I will fight to find you. I would also like to mention your brother as well. Your friends. The people you have left behind. The people I saved. Should you need a message, can be delivered to them at any time. Think on it. Think if there is anything you need to send them, to share with them. Soon you will come across a gift that I will bestow upon you. You will know it when you see it. Use it in my name and continue to spread the good word that I am here to protect, to oversee all things that are nature. And should another prophecy come about, you will be told of it. You are doing so well, growing so well from your past. And I'm very proud, so proud, Annalise.
Thank you.
You see that once more the eyes in this sculpture of nature, of flowers, stare at you intently. And you feel this rush of warmth and happiness around you. And you feel yourself just tense up for a moment, as though simply love envelops you. And then, slowly but surely, the vines disperse, unfurl exactly in reverse to the way that they were beheld. The flowers simply not shrivel, but fold inward and lessen in their color and go back into the vines, which then refurl back into the barrel lids, out of sight. They made an interesting sound, one that mimics lurching. And you feel, though the communication has ceased, that support, that warmth maintains. Is there anything else you want to do after that conversation?
No, I think after that conversation, she'd probably just head. Like, she'd probably stay for like a split second. But then I'm assuming, like, does the smell of fish and stuff start to come back?
The smell starts to...
Starts, like, slowly kind of seep back.
Yeah, slowly it does.
Yeah, so as soon as she starts to notice that, like, it's kind of returning to what it was, she'll just be like, okay, no more fishy smell, and then just head back up to her room to regroup and freshen up, and then to meet up with the others after that. So
lovely. As you make your way back up into the upper side of the ship, you see Lila, you see the rest of your companions form around the main deck. You see Captain Winamed turn and give you a quick bow of acknowledgement, and you join your friends again. And that's where we'll leave it for this evening, everybody. Nicely done. Well done.
My
Excellent,
goodness.
Excellent stuff. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're going to leave it there. We're going to raid as well. We're going to go to Shadows of Dawn RPG. That looked pretty cool. Let's go there. We're going to go here. And we're going to go Shadows. Oops, Daisy, Shadows of Dawn. There they are. Stick around for Shadows of Dawn, everyone. We're going to raid them in a few seconds. But otherwise, have an amazing evening. Hopefully, we'll be online throughout the week. If not, we'll see everyone next week. And thank you so much again for the follows, for the subs as well. We really appreciate it. Yeah, 803 now follows. That's cool.
That's
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Have an amazing night. Take care, and we'll see everybody soon.
Bye.